reset it on your phone online or on the computer on Chrome or something.
There's only one name it could be.
Monkey D, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to A World Forgotten, a Mythic Pathfinder adventure. Yar. What's that? Like I was saying, welcome back to another Mythic Pathfinder adventure in A World Forgotten. The land of all of you with all of us. We are here to have a good time for a short time, not a long time, but it may even become a great time. We left off last week with a very dead and cold Eldrick falling out of the back of the, I don't know, what is it, shoebox of holding, essentially, the chest of holding that was on
footlocker
of holding that was on Elwyn's back. His carcass fell at the feet of the ancient stone that was doing something with the Fey lines, potentially. And if I remember correctly, were you winding up and you just finally cracked into it? Is that right, Ellen?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and I know you hit it once. It does not shatter on the first round, but I'm going to have you go ahead and roll just a strength. Or I would do athletics, or if you wanted, if you have it as a class. Is that
it's a 10 plus whatever.
2. I can look at your character.
I mean, Fancy Grounds is still loading. It did something weird.
Plus 2, so 12. Yeah, you bang into it again, and I mean, it does definitely resound, and you can see it tries to give under the blast from your personal portable door knocker system that you guys have carried around and hauled place to place. But it does not break on even the second swing of the mighty door knocker.
I had bonuses last time for some reason, but I don't remember what they were. Yeah, I continue.
Okay, let's see. Got another one for me?
Oh, because it's a +2 with the thing, right? Doesn't the battering ram itself?
Yeah, so 14. Yeah, no, good call. So yeah, so it'd be 14 and let me just check your skills. You have acrobatics. No, you don't have acrobatics either. Okay. So yeah, it'd be a 14 in the first one. They don't matter for this. And then you got your
but I didn't have it.
I know it doesn't matter anyway. But could you roll another one, or did you already?
Less than that.
It's like it's unwieldy in your arms. You know, you really understand the pain Eldrick goes through with these, you know, not very well weighted items. The way he swung it made it look like he was swinging something he's meant to carry. The way you're swinging it is like a hammer in the hand of somebody's used to a needle, you know? Or, you know, maybe smaller things like traps and locks, or who knows, but not this big girthy door knocker, heavy weighted door knocker with the runes on it. But go ahead and do me another one just while we're at it, because I assume you're going to keep doing until you take 20 on it. But
yeah, well, that's the.
But I like let's get the dice warmed up, you know.
It's 12 +2 is a 14, +2 for my strength is a 16, and then +1 from
being close to your
being next to Osmir.
Just enough. 17. So finally, you've made it through with the combination of a few blows from your guys' portable door knocker. You crack the stone, and it goes bananas. Let's see which one. Boop, 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 boop. The world itself feels held. The stone doesn't necessarily shatter, but it cracks and breaks and splits into pieces. That seem to continue to keep breaking. As soon as you're done breaking the stone, a low groan rumbles outward from where the stone was, disturbing moss and rocks and birds of the trees even up above. The entire clearing and this sub-clearing you found trembles. The roots burst outward, the earth cracks, the center of the glade erupts. You guys are forced away from the stone, back up to the top level, dragging old Eldrick along with you. And you're basically back on the top. And As you're running through the from the sub clearing up to the next one, the world itself seems to freeze in space and time. It feels held. The time almost seems slowed as you dart away from the growing of the earth and the surrounding of it across where the stone once was, as it pushes you out of this strange coast or cavern that it had created.
Keep going. I'm testing.
Okay. As you guys get back to the surface, though, and you're plopped out next to the gazebo there, a low grinding sound emits from deep below where you were, and the ground itself shifts. You hear those same roots that had just chased you from below crack. You feel the stones beneath your feet tremble more. And from beneath those shattered remains of the stone, something has stirred. A massive form rises up from the loosely ripped apart soil and roots and gravel and dirt that you guys are standing in front of. It sheds the soil around it like the moss on water. It would be separating. A stone guardian stands before you. He is he doesn't stand. He's crouched before you, like bent over around something, and he stands and unravels himself to a giant height. And before you, he has had. You see that he has had himself wrapped around his own specific charge for who knows how long. And in his great arms, he lifts skyward, releasing what has been protected. Its movements are very slow and deliberate, but you can tell that it's got a purpose to its actions and movements. As the last of the stone fingers unfold and the arms unwind, he appears. The prince of the Omara forest. He's not stepped forward, he is just there. He has long silvery hair flowing with the breeze, falls over his shoulders just like moonlight. His skin is the color of fresh-turned earth kissed by starlight. His skin shimmers faintly with golden tattoos that pulse with an ancient magic. His robes seem to be woven from the threads of twilight, and they rustle gently in the breeze that sways through the forest in reverence. But of all these things, really, it is his eyes that hold the world in its gaze. They're violet and piercing, and they seem timeless. These eyes, you can tell, have seen the rise and fall of empires. They've witnessed betrayal, loss, and most recently slumber. And at this time, they see y'all. They see you. His gaze lands on Eldrick first. No judgment, no anger, just recognition. Soft breath escapes his lips. He said, it's his first in over 1,000 years. You can get the sense. He says, "You woke me," in highly accented common. The words are barely above a whisper, but they do carry to you guys through the forest and through time. And then he says, "She still lingers." The wind picks up around him, carrying the weight of something unfinished. His eyes drift to the stone chunks that are mixed into the tapestry of roots and dirt and soil that the stone guardian unleashed. Basically the last remnants of his prison. There's a flicker of something, maybe sorrow, across his brow. But then he turns his gaze back to you and he says, "The veil is thin. The land remembers. But tell me, who stands before me now?" And then he's silent, as if waiting. The forest and the prince listens. So, obviously, Eldrick's on the ground, so he's probably not saying much.
Well, our names? My name is Aelwyn Kenned, and we've come by way of the Feywild. She kind of looks around and looks down at Eldrick and looks over at Selwyn and says, "We're trying to repair whatever damage has been done to magic, and that kind of just led us here to you."
taps the air kind of around him, and you see it waver, and from where you guys are, lights kind of jet out in kind of a mix-matched, almost lightning-like pattern. Translucent lights, so you see them, but they're not of this realm. It's like he's reaching across the veil between realms, and you can see that he touches and senses these lights across the area, and it jets out from where he is in many different directions. So your friend, is he your friend, or is he just someone that was here?
He is our friend. He strangely was inside this footlocker, and I guess when we woke you up, it jostled him out of our, I don't know, extra-dimensional space, for lack of better word. But no, we just lost him in our last fight. I was carrying him along till we could find a way to hopefully resurrect him.
Okay. He kind of cocks his head at you. You can see his eyes almost bore through you. They're non-judgmental. He's not. It's almost like he's thinking about his action and what he should or could do, or what he plans to do in the moment. He does not move fast. Everything he does is very deliberate. Yeah. He walks. He basically steps. It's almost like he's gliding across the moss, but he's very soft-footed and barefoot. He's got these brownish gray robes on, and he steps across the moss and the soil-covered clearing towards Eldrick's form. And then he kneels down on one leg and puts his hand on his shoulder. And he starts to glow a golden color. The symbols that are etched all across his skin in nearly invisible glowing golden runes start to pulsate. And the wind blows and howls. It's like storm clouds roll and go overhead and pass and do it again. Almost as if he's speeding through time one direction or another, and he's controlling the very weather and atmosphere and everything around you. But he seems oblivious to this as the light pulsates through him and into Eldrick. Now, that being said, Eldrick, there isn't any sound where you are, my boy. There's no breath. It's just weightlessness and darkness. The very vastness that seems cold and older than anything old. It's very wide. It feels like the stars themselves are afraid to shine here, how dark it is. You're drifting, man. You're formless. Your flesh all but forgotten. All that really truly remains of you at this point is your will alone. Maybe something older beneath it, but it's a truth you'll probably never actually let surface if you rise. In the distance, there's a single point of silver flame. Unbeknownst to you, you just start to move towards it. Not willing, not wanting, not really caring, but you do. You start to move towards it. You're not walking. The torch is flickering with rhythm, almost like a heartbeat or the beat of a forge or a war drum. And then suddenly there's stone beneath your feet. You stand once again in the long corridor full of rune and armored statues, smashed and hollowed like before. Each of them bearing a crest of an order long dead, and yet one bears yours. You reach for it with your subconscious, with your mind, with your will alone. But as you get close, it crumbles beneath your touch, and you hear, without the echo this time, "You broke the line." It sounds just like your own voice, but not. It comes from everywhere and nowhere as if part of you. And then layered through the sounds of your voice, you hear the echoes of knights and kings of ages past. It wraps around your soul as if judgment. And as you have been walking and feeling these things, before you rises a throne sitting on cracked marble, very grandiose, very empty. Behind it, though, there's this tapestries hanging on the wall, and a shadow stirs, figure, indistinct, shaped as if part of the tapestry itself, pressing out, kind of like those things you put on your face back when you were a kid, or your hand, and with the little what are they called? You know what I'm talking about? Those things you smash and like your face is in it or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like little metal.
The little needle
The
print
pegboard
things. Yeah.
Called?
I don't know.
My son just got one too.
Okay. Well, anyway, so the figure that's what it's like. It's like he's pushing his way into this tapestry.
The best streamer.
Oh, thanks, Shadow. I appreciate you. So he stands behind this tapestry. It appears to be of banners of war and grief. And it has a crown that appears to be made of thrones. Its face, maybe even smoke, is covering some of that, as if maybe from the fires of war. You hear a voice older than the stones of the earth that says, "She is unraveling." And then the throne itself splinters. It flashes and burns into your vision, Eldrick. There's a sea of skulls weeping black ichor. The dagger board, its tower split, spews magic into the city. A woman with no face, mouth, is open in a scream at the same time. Crowned in golden lies, the earth splits, and a river of stars is beneath it. Then you look into your hands, and there's a warhammer, one you recognize, whole and of hands again. It's buried in something vast and pulsing. The shadows on your body and your mind lift, not in judgment, but in offering. Return, but not alone. And a final flash, a beacon of a falling star. You see the party surrounded by death, but not yet lost. And then light. And you look up into the oldest pair of like lavender purple eyes. This beautiful elf man, hand on your chest pulsating. You feel rejuvenated yet sleepy, as if waking up from a dream. And you're level 1. Your name is Timmy. Okay, not really. Not level 1 and not really Timmy, but the rest. Welcome, mortal. It seems you tried to go to sleep a little too soon, and your friends still need you. He backs off of you slowly. You don't even remember when he took his hand off of you, but you miss his touch. It's almost as if that was the best touch you've ever had, and you wish he'd give you more. His lay of hands.
I kneel down, and take his little footlocker off my back, and I don't know, just wait. I'm not gonna like say anything yet, but I'm just gonna kind of put his footlocker next to him and kind of just check, wait and see what reactions and how he is.
Okay. So Omara's just kind of hanging out. He's not working real hard on saying much. He's just kind of looking around at the mushroom forest and things, just taking it all in, one thing at a time.
I mean, I guess I'll thank him, but I'm really checking Eldrick out and making sure that he's actually him. It seems like maybe perhaps we lost Maladrin at some point and he didn't come back as him. So I'm just gonna take a beat and make sure that this is him.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess I'll try to stand up. I mean, am I gonna be able to do that?
Yeah, no, you actually are basically fully rested. You come back 100% healed. Your spells aren't back, but you're 100% healed. You honestly feel better than you felt this entire trip. There's something natural about you, something earthy. You smell like eucalyptus.
Good. It's a good thing to smell like after death.
I know. Well, he cleaned you up too.
Thing to smell like anytime, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Prestidigitationes, you know. Okay.
I'll thank Ellen for giving me my footlocker back, and just kind of ask her like what happened. I remember a few things, but a lot of them I don't think actually happened.
Can you tell me where this footlocker came from?
It was from my mother.
Okay. Just checking. It seems like perhaps you took a little bit of a harder hit than we thought you could take, and we didn't get the heals to you in time. We didn't have a chance. It was a really hard hit. So
A better representation, to be honest.
we I don't know. I didn't know what to do because there wasn't a chance to save you, so I just brought you with us and was kind of hoping that we would find something, and thankfully we found. Do we know his name? Did he say any of that?
He's not said anything. Shane,
We found,
I
and I
opened your
kind of,
character so you can grab him now, Shane.
I would say we found, and I look at him and I go, what's your name? Who? Thank you. We hard to thank you without a proper thing to call you, I guess.
Indeed, I have gone by many names through time. But the one I've come most fond of is Omara. Most call me.
Well, thank you, Omara.
You typically would call me Prince Omara, but my kingdom has long been asleep. So he stands before you. He's got his stone golem. He's very quiet. He's not gonna strike up conversation with you guys on his own. You guys are probably gonna have to.
Your kingdom. What? Been learning about lots of kingdoms that no longer exist. What kingdom belonged to you?
I've never claimed an actual throne, for I care not about such trivial things. But this forest has been in my family's care, and the Elven and Eladrin peoples have been ours as well, since before time remembers. Sadly, I was tricked long ago and wound up asleep for a long time, it seems, as I feel the stones beneath me speak of time passing.
Didn't think elves could be magically put to sleep.
Indeed. No normal sleep spell would do much to me. However, it was more of a entrapment in a timeless void than sleep itself. I've had, if you would, the longest meditation of anyone you probably have ever known. I can feel that she persists. I sense the world trying to break free, to breathe, but she still has a hold on it. It appears you've done work here.
I broke a stone, if that's what you mean.
Indeed.
And then I kind of go, oh, yeah, and hand back the battering ram to Aldrich.
I'll give her like a thumbs up as I'm grabbing the battery ram back. So you did good.
Yeah, everybody roll a perception check too.
Guess who's in the house?
Let's see if I can do something with that.
21.
I
Yippee!
got 15.
15, 19, and
21.
21. Okay, sorry, yours isn't there. I can't forget. It's too far
Yeah.
away for me to see. So yeah, okay, so as you take it, Eldrick, and as you give it, Elwyn, you both notice there are now 2 lines of strange, kind of transparent, but occasionally magically pulsing, lit up runes on the battering ram.
Interesting.
You don't notice that. There's
No.
what is it, Shiloh the Buff or something? What is her name?
Still.
Sylvan.
I
As
think I'll probably try to inspect that, or maybe I'll just give it back to Ellen's. Like, what are those? What are those lines? I know nothing about magic, but those look weird.
Prince Omara
Didn't know I had a magical battergram.
Prince Omara listens in silence as you speak. His violet eyes are flashing, timeless, ageless, piercing. He's weighing your words, measuring their truth. Not only who you said you were, I know only one of you really spoke, and he's still maybe waiting for the other two of you now to speak as well. But he doesn't want to interrupt your guys' exchange like I did, so please continue.
I go, I don't know, 2 stones, 2 lions, right? Maybe it's absorbing some of the power when it destroys these stones.
Then we'll keep breaking the stones with it.
Stonebreaker.
Sounds like a good idea.
Would be my pleasure.
Once you finish speaking and saying things, the air itself grows heavy around you. You can feel it's not oppressive, but more charged with energy. It's almost as if the ley lines that he had seen earlier coming out from him, that you saw like in the area that he had seen as he like tapped the air in front of him. It's almost as if those very ley lines are beneath you, shifting to acknowledge the presence of Prince Omara. He sits there as he's waiting. You guys are conversing, and eventually he says, before he says it, the Stone Guardian steps forward behind him a bit. Moss barely moving. It's almost as if he just glides part of the earth itself. That it rumbles softly, shifting, awaiting an order, maybe. But then the prince says, "The veil has thinned. The stones remain." His gaze drifts beyond the clearing towards the forest, towards something you can't see.
Are we? Is this the material plane?
That's a good question. Are you asking him that?
Yes.
Yes and no. Omara Forest has always been a waypoint between worlds, between here and the Fey realm. At times, when I'm at full power, they are one and the same. You'll see the landscape does change to be different around you at times. The mushrooms, luminescence glows different colors, or you'll see the flickers of what could be fairies and things in the Feywild, but then you'll look again and it'll just be plain forest.
As much as I enjoyed the Feywild, I think that our work calls us back to the material plane.
Yes.
Do you?
You can leave here. If you leave the forest, you'll leave the Feywild world behind you. It is not necessarily in either here or more in both at the same time than anything. Oh.
Do you know anything about these stones? It seems like breaking them is what we're supposed to do, but we don't necessarily have any guidance. We're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants a little bit.
As you've spoken to him, he's kind of stared off into the distance. Like I said, kind of looking at something that maybe you can't see, or maybe he can't see either. Maybe he's just daydreaming, but his eyes just pierce out for. He says, 6 more stones. 6 more chains upon the world's breath. And then he says something that maybe you did or didn't expect, but he says, Vontaria's hand still lingers. I feel her work like rot in the roots of this realm. And this is the truest, most of amount of emotion you've seen out of him. Maybe anger, maybe frustration. He said,
"Is Montaria the Hatred Queen?"
She is to me, for she is who tricked me to my quote-unquote slumber many, many years back. His hand brushes the air again. That ripple pulses outward from him. And for a minute, you see it again. The delicate lattice of lines, the ley lines, they're tangled, they're distorted, almost as if pointing towards where these other stones could be. He says, their corruption drains the land still. They must be shattered, or the balance will remain unbroken.
I think you guys need to smash.
Well,
those
shattering
stones.
we can do. Is there...
He closes your eyes when you say that for a moment, listening to the heartbeat of the forest itself. What are you going to say?
Is there a way for us to know where all of these stones are?
He opens his eyes again, his expression of one of certainty and of sorrow. And he says, I do not know where they all rest, but I can feel one. Close. Too close. And he raises his hand and he points, and from the ground a small bloom of a star-shaped violet flower, pulsing with magic faintly, grows. He says, follow this path that will lead you to the next stone, where the next stone feeds. The flower leans eastward towards the wilds. It waits. And you guys have a little time there. He says you can follow the flowers. The night itself is quiet. There is rustling of leaves. It seems to whisper ancient words, but not that you could hear them, but maybe he can. After you guys have been talking about, Omara stands apart from the group, still gazing off, trying to see something that maybe you're not meant to see. As you've asked about Ventara, you can tell, like I said, his expression does harden with frustration or anger, or maybe it's just grief wrapped around, his highborn, what is it? What did the
Expression?
English say? A stiff upper lip,
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so it's like his grief's wrapped around in steel, and he says, Vantara, you hear him say, and it falls like a blade, heavy with memory. You can tell he knows. He says, she was not always as she is now. He speaks slowly, as if the weight of time presses down with every word. When I knew her, she was a seeker of balance, a steward of light and shadow. But ambition corrupted her. His eyes narrow. She sought power beyond what any mortal or immortal should wield. When I stood against her, she did not strike me down. No. She used deceit. Illusions spun so finely that even I could not see the trap until it was too late. She bound me not with chains of iron, but with threads of forgotten truths. She tied my power to the very land I swore to protect, and then she trapped me. The guardian behind him rumbles, moves, almost like a guy who's, going from foot to foot, holding too much weight. While I slept, she bled the realm dry. His eyes turned, meeting yours again. But now, I am awake. And so long as I breathe, I will not let her finish what she began. And you feel waves of power ripple off of him.
Then it sounds like we are allies. And we appreciate your assistance, especially for what you did for our friend.
Of course. For waking me, that is not nearly enough.
Do you mind if we take a rest in your forest before we leave?
Make yourselves at home. But I have one more boon, if you would accept it, for each of you, for your deed you've done. His life, obviously a high price to pay, and a high gift to give back. However, the millennia that I was asleep were long and lonely, and my court has fallen on hard times, as you may be able to see. And he looks around and waves at the forest, which looks okay. It's definitely not vibrating with tons of life, but it's been better. But he stands before you, the weight of millennia in his gaze, and the magic of the forest thrums through the air, resonating within your souls. You feel the pure natural power of the forest and its lord. His eyes drift between each of you, seeing beyond this time and into the future, maybe the past, or is he? Looking at all of you as if exploring the very threads of fate that bind each of you to reality. He raises his hands, and with the wind, carries the scent of earth after rain, alive, ancient, and full of memory. And he says, "You did not come here by chance." He begins, his voice softer. A breeze now, not quite as dry. Each of you carries the mark of this world's unraveling and its rebirth. He steps forward. The air shifts before him as if the forest itself is leaning in to listen. He starts with you, Eldrick. He steps up. His eyes linger where you stand. His eyes look sorrowful across his features. He says, "Eldrick, you stood where none would. You fell, but you did not falter." A soft breeze circles the area where you have been standing. Green shoots burst through the soil, life born from sacrifice. And he says, "His name will not be forgotten." It's like he's telling the world that your name will not be forgotten. Omara raises his hands up higher, and the ground beneath you shifts, Eldrick, and a faint glow pulsates upward from a small oak sapling bursts forth. It is a tree that he's growing in your honor, an oak tree. He says the world will remember.
You planted a tree in your name.
Aww.
That's so nice.
Still upstairs.
Oh, hey, buddy. So, effectively, though, this is what you get. Here's your actual boon, Tim. Is called the Legacy of the Verdant Bastion. So anywhere where the party stands together, your resolve echoes, and you get a +1 natural armor for 1 hour once per day if you're protecting others in a defensive stance. So if you guys are ever in a situation where the group's together and you're protecting something or someone for an hour, you can activate an extra natural AC bonus of 1 for the group. So you'll have to write that down, and here I'll put it.
Cool. I've always wanted my own tree.
I bet. Well, the tree itself is growing in Omara Forest, so that's it in itself. There's Eldrick's boon right there. I put it in the chat. And then we have Elwyn. He slides over to you. His gaze moves over to you. The smile, quiet, respect touches his lips. Elwyn, who walks the wild paths unseen, but always watching. You have heard the voice of the wilds and followed where others would fear. A breeze rustles through the trees, and a pair of violet hawk feathers drift down, landing lightly in your palm. I name you Huntress of Silent Echoes. And you get the boon, the Wild Hunt. So it's called Echoing Step. You gain the ability to step through natural shadows and foliage once per day. You can use Dimension Door to teleport up to 30 feet through natural terrain. So many movements.
Dimension door for 30 feet?
Yeah. That's basically, I mean, it's just,
What?
it's a nature's dimension door, so through one tree to another, etc., you know.
So it's Misty Step.
Well, no, because it's once per day you can use Dimension Door to teleport up to 30 feet through natural terrain. So, like, you use the natural terrain as the Dimension Door. So you can step through an oak into a pine and out it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So, like, if you're in the forest,
It works. If I'm in the city, it doesn't.
it's not great. Yeah, so it's good for wilderness time. Thank you for the follow, Ryan. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Reinforcement World, joining the dark side. My boy. Alright, so that is there, and then he slides over to somebody who's not said who they are.
Sorry, I tried to
I'm-
copy that.
I'm standing in silence just due to the fact that they just discovered who I was and they don't know my backstory. So I'm afraid that this gentleman may have something to do with the person who imprisoned me for the past however many years. So that's why I haven't spoken.
I understand you're in a sticky pickle, a pickle you stick it. So Prince Omara steps towards you and his gaze falls on you. His expression softens. It's almost as if he's seeing something familiar. And he says, Sylvan, whose form bends and flows as freely as the rivers of the Fae. You carry the blood of transformation, but your spirit remains unwavering. From the air, green leaves shift and swirl, forming a swirl pattern in the shape of a spiraling mist that settles in your hand. I name you Mistbender of the Shifting Grove. You get the boon of fluidity. Fae Skin Resilience. Once per day, you can call upon the resilience of the Fae. You get a DR 5 against cold iron for 1 minute. You already have that. No, because you already have that?
The fox has it.
Do you have that as a changeling?
What's it called?
DR against cold iron.
It's everything but cold iron, I thought.
Yeah, this is DR versus cold iron.
Oh, so the opposite of Fae.
Yeah.
So it's basically damage resistance versus swords.
No, cold iron swords.
Cold iron, like specific Fae killing swords.
No.
Which, I mean, it's probably better if we give it to Wisp. He steps up to Wisp and he's Gaze drifts him at the same time, and he sees this trickster, and he sees this trickster that says, "Stoke the sparks of flame of fate," and he says, "Wisp, whose fire burns brighter where shadows fall. You carry the spark that refuses to die, even when all hope fades." A flicker of amber flame rises in the air, curling around Wisp's wrist that has the gauntlet around it, like a living ember before fading to ashen embers. It says, "I name you Ember of Untamed Twilight." And he gets the boon of the Wild Spark. Once per day, he can wreathe himself in Fae Fire, gaining plus 10 bonus to movement speed and concealment for 3 rounds.
That's pretty cool.
Wisps is-
Will you throw those at us in Discord? I can't like copy and paste from
Oh yeah.
Fantasy Grounds.
DR,
Maybe I can.
let me do it.
If you just drag the message into your notes, it puts it in there.
Right click lets you add it to your clipboard, so never mind.
Oh, you're good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I thought the radial dials were supposed to be gone. That must be in beta.
I'm not sure.
I've been following. That was a me thing. Never mind. All good. Continue.
He stops by Vale, the guardian of hidden paths. And he kneels to the fox, and he smiles. Knowing smile curves his lips. And you.
Why,
The faint
yes!
echo of distant bells. And a shimmering green sigil forms above Vale's head. I name you Guardian of Paths Unseen.
Oh, that's so great!
Oh god. I see what you mean, Megan. So he gets the boon of Fox's Step. So he gets the ability to move through difficult terrain without penalty once per day.
That's cool. I'll stop just for her. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, thank you, my lord! Lord Omara, it's so nice to finally meet you, the fox says. What does he say?
I wasn't gonna go there.
But yeah, no, he does. He says, "Oh, Mara, oh, great lord. Oh, Mara, I'm so blessed to have finally met you. I've only heard stories of you back home. You're more beautiful than I remember." And unbeknownst to the rest of you, he starts weaving between the prince's legs like a cat, like rubbing his big ass fluffy tail against the back of him and stuff. Like, it's a whole thing. Omara chuckles and kind of pushes him back.
Osmir comes up to Eowyn and Osmir, give each other a snuggle and kind of just have our own moment because this fox is ridiculous.
Now, obviously, Osmir is pretty big, and it's almost like he's surprised by Osmir when he pops up. And he doesn't jump, but he looks over and he reaches out with his hand. And he says, "Osmir, you silent shadow." It seems as if he's amused. You know, he gets like a level of amusement across his face. He says, "And you, who walk where none should tread, whose eyes pierce the veil and whose step leave no trace, the air stirs around him. Carrying the scent of night-blooming flowers and damp earth, I name you Whisper Fang of the Veiled Path." With a pulse of dark green energy spiraling upward, lightly brushes against Osmir's fur before settling into the ground. He gets the boon of... Do you already have magic attacks?
Yeah,
Always? Or just when you do that one spell?
always.
Because of Mythic?
Yeah. They're also silver and cold iron now.
Okay, well, his natural attacks are considered magical for purposes of overcoming DR from the Boon and Silent Prowler, and then he also gets Prowler's Step, which is once per day he can vanish into natural terrain, gaining invisibility for 3 rounds while in undergrowth, forest, or dim light.
Okay.
Pretty good. Okay, then... He says to all of you, he says, he says to Osmir, "You two are bound to this world's breath, a shadow where the wild things dwell. Walk slowly, little one, for even the smallest paw ripples in the webs of fate." And his gaze sweeps over you guys. He says in a lowered voice, even though the wind does carry his words through the forest to you, he says, "You are more than mortals now. You are bound to the land's breath and its rebirth." He kneels and places a hand to the ground. Vines coil and bloom outward. May the roots of this world remember you. As he stands, a pulse of fey magic rushes outward, marking each of you with unseen bonds. Go now. The stones remain, and the fate of all things stirs once more. And this will be after a long rest. You guys will he'll finish this up, the naming ceremony and everything the next day, just to make it smoothly transition through. So yeah, so you guys get your long rest in. Are you using anything else to heal or anything besides the...
Don't have to anymore.
Oh, that's right, because you guys are super dogs now.
Yeah, Mythic 3 means that long rest fully heal us now.
But does that work for Osmir and Vale too then?
If they're Mythic.
I mean, they're both Mythic, right?
Yeah. I think we still have to manually get rid of those
Yeah, because it's not doing it.
wounds. I took care of it on mine.
Wisp is still injured, but he's probably going to be Mythic now too if he's going to be part of the party. You guys brought him along. He does have parts to play, right? So let's see. So yep. So the next morning then he talks to you guys and he sweeps over. He says all that and he says, "Go now. The stones remain. The fate of all things stir once more." And he steps back into the woods and is gone as quickly as he came, with his giant stone guardian following behind him. You guys slept really good and on like moss made, ground or whatever you wanted, or in your cart, whatever you guys wanted to do. And you could see the purple flowers kind of slowly growing in front of you and pulsating with that magic, leading the way.
I'm gonna cast Good Berries 2 times before the long rest because I had spell slots left.
I would too. That sounds good.
Alright. Osmir and I both have 4 Good Berries on us.
Oh god. Okay. And then if there's anything else you guys wanted to say to Omara that I skipped over or anything, that's fine. If I can potentially answer questions and stuff still based on that if you need. Or we can just follow the path and keep moving.
I have nothing left to ask. I thank him several times.
If we're leaving so we're getting ready to leave the Fey realm, can I ask him if we can be followed once we leave?
Yeah, he would say that he doesn't have anyone to send with you. He's the only him and his stone golem are the only two beings
No,
in
I don't.
this circle that are awake currently.
Yeah, I just don't want anybody to follow us.
He doesn't want somebody to follow us. He wants someone
Yeah.
to not follow us.
Oh,
I just don't exactly.
He doesn't want to be tracked?
Yeah.
I think you'll be fine. I
Okay.
don't know who would be following you.
Okay.
I mean, if it's your ring you're talking about, Shane, that doesn't have anything to do with anything he can do.
Well, I'm just the person that was imprisoning me that I escaped from.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still on the run.
That's tied right to you, buddy.
Okay, so
no amount of Fey mingling is gonna take that bondage off you.
yeah, I don't expect to get rid of the ring. I'm just trying to get away from something, so I don't want to be followed. I don't want to go back to being imprisoned.
No, I get that. That's real.
So, but
Awesome.
thank you.
As we settle down for a long rest, I'm going to introduce Selwyn to Eldrick.
Your name is Selwyn, then.
Yes. Sorry, I acted a little late there. I didn't mean to let you die.
Don't let it happen again, I guess. I mean, I don't like dying, so.
None of us do, I assume. I've been pretty close a few times myself, but
The good news is he didn't go anywhere at any point in the battle. He stayed the whole time. And that's what's important.
I'll tell you my whole life backstory at a different time. Now is not a good time for me to inform you of everything. Let's just say that I am Selwyn, and Maldron's no longer with us.
Okay.
What?
That was very easy.
Yeah.
I just look
Yeah, I
around
like you
like,
better than Maldron anyways, so.
okay, that was a little too easy.
What? The hell?
He's been nothing but helpful. Like, obviously I can, like, think back and say, okay, this is when Maldron was actually no longer with us. And,
You know the exact moment when it happened.
And this is when I started liking the guy, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, actually, I didn't like you until this one particular second, just 2 seconds ago, right? now he likes you all of a sudden. That's great. Well, so you guys are up and running. It's the next day. He does all your title naming stuff, things, give you your boons, grows the oak tree in all of your honor. But specifically, Eldrick's for his sacrifice of his first life. The winds stir around.
I take a beat and I want to remember the tree and the place, and I kind of like rest my hand on the tree for a little bit and do not a prayer so much as just a like snapshot with my brain.
It illuminates. It lights up with lines of like ley line power. You can see that he actually planted the tree directly on top of where the stone was. And it pulsates with Fey magic. Roll a knowledge if you have Arcana as a class skill, or anyhow, you can roll Arcana. I would allow for religion
I
as
do.
well, if you have religion.
I don't have religion as a class skill. Actually, nah, Arcana is not a class skill. I have ranks in it, but it's not class.
Spellcraft would be fine.
Yeah, I have
if
that.
anybody has that, I mean, I'm offering it. I don't know what you guys have for sure.
Oh, that was a garbage. 15.
I actually asked spellcraft, so did not do well.
15.
Spellcraft.
Yeah, it looks. It almost looks like there's some kind of sigil in like a 10-foot circle around the tree. Even like the lights themselves glow in a way that gives almost arcane circle around the tree, that where you see this light kind of pulsate out from it, the Fey power, that you can kind of see in almost a 10-foot diameter circle around you, everywhere you look. You're not quite sure what it could mean, but it feels familiar-ish, but currently not.
Would read magic give me a
I mean, I have a pretty
read magic or detect magic or something? Give me a
I
bonus
have a
to
pretty
that.
high spellcraft. Can I help him?
You can definitely roll spellcraft, Shane. And you can
I
also,
have good
I would allow for
knowledge in nature as well.
If you are you gonna mention it to old Selwyn McDillwyn?
Yeah, but what does casting read magic get me?
It just tells you knowledge nature's killer. We can just skip all the formalities with the 29 and knowledge nature is fine.
Okay. Let me kiss.
Hey, buddy.
Thank you. Can you leave it, Dane?
Hi,
Look,
buddy,
he's
buddy.
over there. Say hi. Wave.
Hey, little buddy.
Mushroom planet.
Yeah, Mushroom Planet, just like in Sonic.
Yep, here we go.
Dane stole copyrighted material.
Did I?
Haven't you seen Sonic? There's a Mushroom Planet.
I haven't watched any of them. I've
You
just
should. They're good.
That's what you said. I might have to check it out. Alright, but no, Night Buddy, what was I saying right before? Oh, I was gonna say what the circle was. The circle is a transportation circle.
Ooh.
So you could actually return to Omara Forest as kind of like a hot link. But you have to
A fast travel beacon?
Yeah, but it's the first one.
Yay.
So it's the first one you guys have unlocked, so you can't actually...
Can my compass attune with this checkpoint so that we can come back to it?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Something along those lines. I mean, you'll have to... in order to start activating, you have to get the actual network unlocked, but you've got...
I'm gonna hold my compass up against the tree. and try to get it to memorize this space.
I'm here for it. Alright, cool. So you guys continue forward. We made it the first hour. We got through Prince Omara and the forest. Something you'll notice as you walk, when you first got to the forest and there was all the undead and everything stirring around, it was kind of quiet. There wasn't a lot of nature going on. But now that you're walking, you hear birds, you see squirrels fighting and chasing each other. The like flowers and plants are blooming and have bloomed or are growing. Everything is much more vibrant. The forest itself, as the flowers lead you, kind of sorry, I have to answer this work text in a second. But as you guys move through the forest, it does appear to open up before you, almost as if the forest itself is moving to make a path that wasn't even there. You're not sure if this is part of Prince Omara's doing, or if this is just your mind playing tricks on you. You don't actually see it moving out of the way, but it seems like at one point you're looking and it's just dense foliage, and then the next you're like, oh, obviously the flowers are growing right there, and you start to follow, and it's just kind of just enough room to like wiggle and diggle your way through there. And you continue on quite a ways. It stretches before you. It's not a trail that's been followed. They're leaning eastward. You keep going eastward. You travel a whole day with nothing but happy nature around you. Little, tweets and squirrels and this and that and the other. No issues with the first day of travel, and I assume you just set up camp once you guys start to get nighttime, or
Yeah, if it's gonna take multiple days for us to travel, I will I'll spend a point of mythic power to summon that familiar
Me?
that idea of needing a safe place to rest, where I can kind of pull from whatever this power that we've been granted to create create a wall around our campfire that makes us unable to be detected.
Okay, that's nice. So it's like an anti-detection ring, essentially.
It's like conceal campfire or something. I'm looking for the exact name of it, but it's something like that. I have campfire wall creates a shelter around a campfire. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Which from the outside it looks like really dense brush that can't be passed through, but from the inside we can see through it. Kind of the way that like Lumen's tiny hut works. Like one of those mirrors.
Okay, that's nice. That's a pretty cool little thing to have.
Yeah. It is, especially for times where we're not 100% sure what's in the ether.
Mm-hmm. All right, perfect. So yeah, you guys, you rest, you get your little being buddy there to do that. The night
Do
goes...
my good berries again.
Okay, so you have 6 each now.
Huh? I mean, they only last for 24 hours, so I just kind of spend a couple spell slots to get some good berries for the day. He's got 3, I've got 4.
Okay, that's perf. Now, after the first day of walking is completed and you've taken your first night's rest and things, the winds start to stir a little bit more. They're not necessarily harsh, pretty gentle, but you can feel the aliveness of the forest around you. The sense of blooming jasmine and wild violets, the damp moss trailing behind you as you're stepping farther and farther through or beyond the forest. Let's see. The deeper you end up treading, though, the more the air starts to thicken around you. What's up, son? Not oppressive, more ancient than anything. It's as if the layers of time have folded over this place over and over, barely holding back the weight of all the forgotten memories that have been taken from the world. The trees themselves start to grow taller, their branches twisting like knotted fingers reaching towards the sky. The path is lined with bioluminescent mushrooms and glowing moss pulsing in sync with the magic beneath your feet.
Is the flower path pretty easy to follow?
Yeah, whenever you think you've lost it, one sprouts and like flashes magic power at you.
I just want to use, since we know we're going east, I just want to use no direction as we travel to kind of like ensure that if we feel like we're getting off path that I can continue.
Yeah, no worries. That's good. No direction makes sense. Yeah, they take some perception checks, I'd say, right now.
Perception or survival?
Perception is what I was looking for. In case you guys didn't know, Neo is my son. Here you go, buddy.
20?
Hey, with a 20, let's go. So you hear...
No, I'm sorry. 24.
You hear whispers of a language dancing in between the leaves of the trees around you, in some language just beyond your understanding. They seem familiar to you, though, so when as if a relative is speaking at a family reunion. You also hear faint laughter between the trees, but whenever you look, there's nothing there. Eventually, the path of the flower leads you up to a path where it splits in 3 directions, and the flowers flicker, as if uncertain which path to take. Each of the paths before you wind, go up a ways, and then cut different directions, whether left or right. You can no longer really truly see which direction you want to go. The left path is thick with thorns and twisted vines, looking as if it's been not traveled. It seems resistant to passage. The middle path is lined with mirror-like pools of still water on the ground, reflecting only the light of the moon, even though it's daytime. The right path is silent, but filled with mushrooms and moss, and they're pulsing like breathing hearts. You need a knowledge, nature, or perception again.
Ooh, I got
Or
nature.
or and.
Either or.
And
Hmm.
ooh, 27.
14 for me.
God, that's so incoming with 27 is pretty good.
Also,
Being a druid.
I have the ability.
That's true.
I have not pass without trace. What's the other thing? I have woodland stride, so I am capable of going through this thorny.
I have as well.
No, that just leaves Tim hacking his way through. Wisp has it as
Well, I was just gonna say to like scout ahead and see if this is anything instead of
Well,
taking.
with your 27, that middle path resonates with the same Fey energy as the Path of Flowers.
Let's go on the middle path, guys.
Instead of like, I know you have things, but this 27 earned boon.
Yeah.
I'm great with that.
Yeah.
I don't have to scout. We're good.
Yeah.
Now, once you've chosen the path and you continue forward, the path itself narrows, the flowers themselves flicker, and then they fade away into nothingness, disappearing behind you as well. The air grows heavier, and there's salt in the air. On your tongue, you can taste the sea. The scent of brine lingers on the wind, and a faint lap of water echoes through the woods, growing louder with each step. I'm not wrong, Cheyenne. A wide, sluggish river stretches out before you. Its waters unnervingly still. The riverbed is lined with shattered remnants of stone pillars, once part of a mighty structure, now sunken into the silt. At its center is a half-submerged, jagged monolith, pulsing with sickly violet energy. The stone of salt and silence, if you will. It waits, a voice echoes softly through the trees, but not alone.
Uh-oh.
I could go with perception or religion.
Perception or religion?
Perception's gonna be a 30? No. 20.
Oh god.
I don't have
29.
religion. Jesus Christ.
17 plus 12, 29, yeah?
Yeah.
I got
Ooh, 24 for perception. I finally got
got
a
a
decent roll.
Tim's like, something I
If it-
actually made a roll. I mean, I only have a +1. No, you have a +5. That's still. Okay. Yeah, I mean, not bad. I'd be between a 27 and 24. And what do you have, Megan?
29.
Okay, so for 29, not bad at all. You notice there's unnatural shapes moving beneath the surface of the water. More like shadows than actual shapes. You see something flitting unnaturally beneath, watching. Knowledge. Did anybody have religion? Did anybody do religion?
No, nobody has.
No, we just did 2 perception checks.
Okay, so that's what you would notice there.
I don't have any kind of.
I don't have a religion to
Yeah.
consult.
Neither do I.
Nope. That was banned.
That was banned. that was banned. That's funny, bro. I don't know why. That has to be 9. Let's see.
Now.
So yeah, you guys are at this river. There seems to be shapes in it. It's a pretty wide river. There is a pulsating stone. You've come to the stone, which is the fastest we've traveled to a stone in a while. But there's a river in between you and it.
Ever.
Yeah.
Do I?
A river flows between it.
Betwixt you.
All right. Well, how about how far across is the river?
Like 30 feet, 40 feet, 35 feet, depending on which point.
Okay, and a 29 tells me what about what's in the water? I mean,
For perception?
a 29 perception just tells me they're there.
Yeah, there's not much to see because they're not actual images. They're essentially the translucent shadows of what is in part of the water.
Well, I don't feel like swimming. I think I can make a tree. A tree? I was looking at the word tree. I'm pretty sure I can summon a boat.
Summon a boat.
Some sort of raft or rowboat type situation. And I remember that I have these things, but I never remember what they're called, so Flotsam vessel creates a sturdy raft and oars from driftwood, reeds, and other river detritus.
Detritus?
Sure.
Debris?
Yep.
Isn't she on vacay?
Make us a boat.
No, he's coming here to work, Megan. He didn't go to vacation. Or, Mary. Okay.
I was like, what did I say?
No, Mary's wondering why Shane's not...
Am I high? Did I speak and not know it?
I have to start work tomorrow. So I didn't get to go on vacation with the rest of the family. Like,
Okay.
Bummer. But hey, a job.
But hey,
Exactly.
it's happened.
it's all worth it.
We were...
Oh,
All right,
nice.
so
There it is. Yeah.
flipping cute.
There it is.
They're down there eating steaks in Texas right now.
Oh my god.
You know what? We have steaks in Indiana. You can get one for
I'm
yourself.
in a hotel
I
cause
have
we
one
have
every day.
no power.
It's true.
No way, you guys. There's no power over there too. I know Cliff was saying they didn't have power. All right, so you guys are still standing there. You're gonna try and grow what now? Not a tree.
No, I'm gonna use a mythic point and kind of a mythic point of power, but combined with my survival skills to you kind of see gears moving in Elwyn's head where she's like, a raft. There's something in there, but the only way we're getting over there without like really being in the water is a raft, right? Like, unless you guys want to fly across, which is probably way safer. I don't really know what else to do, but a raft. I could definitely make a raft. And Aelwyn just kind of starts like moving. So if anybody else comes up with a different plan and wants to stop me, totally fine. This is Aelwyn's plan.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan to me. I have no other options. Can I assist you in building your raft?
So it is a raft that is 5 foot square, increasing by an additional 5 foot square for every 2 caster levels you possess. When I cast it as a mythic level, it's a 20 foot square, 20 square foot raft. Because for mythic spells like this, I am effectively a caster level 8.
Damn.
Each 5 foot section of the raft can carry 2 medium passengers, 300 pounds of cargo. It's not slowed or damaged by non-magical river hazards such as rapids or shallows, and is always considered to be traveling downstream for the purpose of calculating travel speed, regardless of the actual direction.
Is this a skill of yours?
It's a level 2 druid spell
Huh?
called Flotsam Vessel.
Very useful. Yeah, I have no flight options here, so I think floating is probably the better option than swimming.
I mean, I could fly. I could summon a creature and just jump on its back and fly over. I don't want to do that.
I
don't-
think that putting something
Well,
on the river is going to call whatever this is anyway. But this is the option.
Sounds like we're building a raft.
Is it instant or how's it take?
Casting time 1 minute.
That's not too bad. Like 10.
It takes 1 minute to build a raft of 20 square feet, and it lasts 8 hours.
That's pretty good. An 8-foot raft for 8 hours. It takes 1
No,
minute to cast and get 8
20
foot raft.
square feet.
It's a 20
raft
foot,
for
yeah.
8 hours is pretty good.
Yeah. And even flowing against the current, it travels at a speed that would mimic flowing downstream.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you're never gonna get to use it.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
You're never gonna get to use it. Let me find what I'm looking for real quick, and we'll make it happen.
I summon it and build it like right on shore, like right on the edge of the water, so that it's like just barely on shore that we could like step onto it. But definitely building it like on the water. It looks like a dock.
Okay.
If it looks like a dock, it quacks like a dock.
Must be a dock, huh? Must be a dock.
Must be a dock.
20 square feet isn't that big though. I mean, that's like that's less than 5 foot by 5 foot.
Yeah, it seats 4 people.
No, so it is. I'm sorry. It's 4 5-foot by 5-foot squares.
Okay. Then it's 80 square feet then.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not nearly
Good.
as little as we thought it was.
That's a good size. No, I'll fit people.
It is a dock. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it is. Each 5-foot square can carry 300 pounds, so this thing can carry a ton, and
For
8
hours.
people across.
That's not nothing. Alright, well.
I've made us a flotsam vessel barge,
That makes sense.
and it's big enough that we can get halfway across without even actually leaving the shore. It's most of the way across.
That's funny. That's even funnier, to be honest. Well, Yar? Alright, so you're over here building on this stuff. You're working on it, and then are you just gonna push it in? Or, like, are you gonna...
No, I'm building it on the water.
Oh, you should... Okay, well, then as soon as you start doing that, I can do what I was gonna do. I forgot the on
Yeah.
the water part, so, like, we'll just...
Yeah, I'm not like an idiot. We've done this thing where we got in the water before and there was something in it. We already see there's something in it. So the idea here is I'm bringing whatever it is to surface.
Yeah, no, you did good. You did real good.
It
got
lasts
these
for 8
fast
hours. So as long as it doesn't get destroyed, we can use it after we figure out what to do with the thing under the surface.
Well, as soon as you get near enough to the water to touch it and start building your raft, a creature leaps up at you, and since you're kind of expecting it, I will call no surprise round per se, but I would like everybody.
Yeah, no, I don't have to be.
Roll initiative.
I don't have to be within 30 feet.
To make it.
Initiative.
Yeah, the range on it is 25 plus 5 feet for every 2 levels. So I mean, I've got 45 feet of range on it. I don't have to be right on the edge, which I wouldn't be because I'm expecting something to come out.
So okay, let's just do this then.
Sorry, where you've got us is exactly where I am. I'm fully weird that it is doing it by like
Odd numbers. Seems crazy.
yeah, 18 and 11.
Whatever. I'm here for it.
That's literally halfway across the lake. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so that's where you're building it. That being said, as soon as it starts to form on there, something leaps onto it. It'd be number
Ooh, Eldritch with a 22 and
Oh,
nat
why
20
did
for
it use
initiative.
my
Nice.
Osmir dice to roll? That's so bad.
That's what I call a good start.
Yeah.
9. Let's
He's come back to life, and now he has the initiative. He's like, yeah, let's do this.
Ugh, somebody has to.
So what jumps up before you is a
Everybody only
drop
dies
bar.
once.
No, this is a barnacle-encrusted walking corpse looking like a zombie. It's dripping with water and it gives off a nauseating stench.
Hmm.
Quick question: do
I'm
I
not
still
gonna
have
treat
con
this as
damage?
nicely as-
Huh?
No,
I don't. Okay.
you shouldn't.
No.
He said you were fully restored.
Yeah, you're fully restored. Did anybody else lose? con?
Excellent.
No, just him.
Yeah, just him.
No,
Yeah,
I think
that was the
Shane
punching
did.
bag.
Maybe
from-
Vale, but definitely not Shane.
Yeah, I don't think I got hit with anything.
Shane
The last
didn't even
time-
take damage from that fight.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah, I
not
hit-
take a single hit point of
I thought
damage
he
from the
got
con.
healed. I thought he got healed at one point, but maybe not.
Nope.
Nope. I just went around healing people and summoning lightning, and then summoning a
Yep.
fire god
His
that
armor
just.
class
He
is-
never once got hit.
His armor
Yep.
class is-
Vale died, and he never once got hit.
Nobody likes Vale.
I'm a wily motherfucker.
Oh.
Not since he opened his mouth.
Oh no!
Oh, but please, I feel the sense that undead is near. Oh, woe is me, not this again. Oh, heroes, heroes of yore, heroes of tomorrow. Please,
Shut up, Vale.
without you, the world will burn. Eldritch first.
You didn't talk this much when we were alone.
Hmm.
Holy bud. Did it want
I
to
just
all
kind of tilt my head and look at him and go, and then get back to it.
I love it.
Poor Vale, always getting the dirty end of the stick. So there's
I
a
love
few of these undead barnacle-covered creatures nauseating. One has climbed out next to where the raft is being built.
Well, let's just go ahead and get to it then.
Make a DC fortitude save for me as soon as you approach. Lose all of
19.
your constitution and die again.
Here? Yeah.
I'm
No,
kidding.
that
You
sounds-
passed
All right.
for now. But
Okay.
it stinks
Oh yeah.
like dead,
Well, I
rotted,
didn't
wet
ex-
flesh.
Didn't expect them to smell good.
I'm real good at mouth breathing now, so I'm sure I could handle this.
You can taste it.
She comes over. She's got the breathe right strip or whatever, and she got the thing like the what's it, the chest rub gel or whatever.
Vic,
Yeah, she got Vicks
Or
vapor rub. She
Vicks.
got a bunch of dab on her nose. Everything's fine.
We're just gonna hit him with a normal attack.
With that disruptor.
Yeah, with the disruption warhammer.
disrupt that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, toast barrel.
21 hits
21 does hit.
or 16 damage.
Pow! Just explodes.
Jesus
He dead.
Christ.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it exploded because of your. It still had hit points. It just exploded because of your damn hammer.
Yeah. So that was fun. And I used up my movement, so I can't do anything else. That's it.
A Lysidon ghoul pulls itself up out of the water and charges dead ass at Selwyn.
You son of.
A Lysidon ghoul is a humanoid creature with long, sharp teeth and pallid flesh stretched tightly over its starved frame. Okay. 2 seconds here. Let's see. going to try to bite and claw you. Here's one bite for you, Shane, or Silwyn, and 2 claws. All of them missing.
Oh, yes. Damn. 10, 11, and 20.
This looks just like anime. Like, you get like the guy who thinks he's a badass, and then like the real main character shows up, and like the guy tries to hit him, and instead of attacking, he just goes.
He looked weak, but he's extremely
just
overpowered.
Dodges, like, sidesteps and dodges, like all the swiping. Oh, that's a claw. Oh, he's trying to bite me now. You know, like just you did miss. Bonk, bloops him. You know. Like,
yeah.
That was good.
Good
for you.
stuff.
Wisp.
Like Matrix style.
Is going to take a tactical 5-footer. He's not a big fan of undead after the last couple experiences. He'll short bow the ghoul. And miss.
Silwyn's going to call lightning on the farthest ones across. Like, well, actually, that's the one that's in the water here. He's gonna target this guy here, and he's gonna cast the call lightning spell.
All right. Success.
And we since he's in the water, he actually takes more damage. So we're gonna do the 3d10s. Oh shit! I should have probably rolled that on the person himself.
You just drag it over to him. Is that 17?
18.
18.
Oh, 217. Sorry.
Critical condition. He's zapped. He fries in the electrified water quite a bit there. Skeet.
Nice. All right, and then I will step back here so I get out of range of the ghouly ghoul.
Oh, wait. He took damage twice.
Yeah, you should have done damage twice.
I'll fix it.
Yeah,
He
she
took
might
9
take
and then he took 18, so the half was right, though, right? Because he did the extra damage from the water. How does the water work, Shane?
I just get to roll 3d10s instead of 3d6s.
Oh, yeah, so 9 is...
It's good.
And if he had to save, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, something goes a half or whatever. Yeah, cool. Like I said, I just want to move right over here, and then I will end my turn. You gonna move me over there, Dave?
That's your
Just a
5-foot
5
step.
foot. Yeah, that's my 5-foot step, just so I can get out of range of this ghoul. And that'll end my turn. Already ended it. What the
Rising up as you engage the ghouls and things is what can only be described as a giant water-made octopus.
It's no bueno. That thing's huge.
It continues over here and then disappears back into the water.
Son of a...
The Draugr, 10 is rising the... There it is. I was wondering why it wasn't lighting up. He's gonna bring himself over and Vale.
Vale is going to on the side of this guy here, and Mr. Vale is going to bite this son of a beach.
Did 18 die? Did I kill him too? Or did I just have
He
him
hit.
invisible?
He hit the ghoul, yay! And then we're gonna do my 1d6 of dice.
5 damage.
Yep, 5 damage. Did another ghoul just appear? Oh, ghoul 18 just appeared.
Yeah, he was invisible. I actually moved him back to from where I had him.
Alright, cool. Alright, and that'll end my turn. I'll do my 5 damage and...
Oh, that's
Sorry,
Vale.
hold on. That was well.
Pulled itself out of the water. Another brute. I'm gonna slide up onto Timmy and slam him. Misses the drawer. Just stay there for now. Okay, I see him. There's another one there. He's gonna pull himself over. And Elwyn.
How much time elapsed before all of this started?
To make your raft?
Yeah.
They started coming out of the woodwork pretty much within the first 2 rounds.
So, 12 seconds.
Yar.
All right. Draft plan is going to be abandoned for the time being. And I'm going to just stop casting the spell since it seems like maybe we should clear the space first. So I am going to let's just summon something right away. How about that?
Oh, I got those.
Let's just start that way.
So does the raft go away, or does the 2 rounds out of 10 that you needed leave like a chunk of raft there?
I think that's your call. I mean, it was a spell that took a minute to cast, and I didn't get a minute into the spell, so.
I don't think it wouldn't have shown up.
I think whatever started flying over there probably turns back into debris.
Yeah.
And driftwood.
I'm for it.
I'm going to summon a minor extraplanar creature right now. Right here, right now. So that's DM choice, CR3 or lower.
So DM's choice CR3 or lower? From what's on the list?
CR3 or lower?
Yeah, is it summon? You said summon natures?
It's extraplanar.
So would that be an outsider, I guess?
You could. I got it from. Well, we were in the Fae, so it seems like maybe it would summon. I mean, you could. I think you summoned a Hellhound last time.
Yeah.
Should probably. I can probably figure out how to come up with some sort of list like that for you.
Oh, but this is gonna happen.
Make it happen. Make it so.
Yep, I found what you summoned, and you should get excited because he's cool.
And he's coming now.
What'd you summon?
Where do you want him? Right in front of you?
No, is it a leprechaun? Thank goodness it's a leprechaun. It's going over by Ghoul 10 on the other side. No, Ghoul 10 is right in front of Vale. I meant on the opposite side of Ghoul 10. Yeah, that works. I was
So he
trying to
pops
give
out
myself
with a wicked
something.
grin and like a club in his hand. He's got a bottle in his other hand, and he says, top of the raining to ya, the smashing's undead. Don't mind if me do.
It's not my bestiary. Cool. I cannot control him unless you.
Does he do something right now,
Unless.
or do I have to wait?
Yeah. No, I don't have to wait because it's an instant thing from my compass.
Alright, well, he's gonna blast this thing with his shillelagh.
Oh, you can give me the sheet.
1 damage.
Oh, thank goodness. 1 damage with a +1 club?
Yeah, I know, he did really nice. It's -1 for strength.
A -1?
It's -1 for strength.
What the flip? Alright.
Love that.
Sure. That's my turn.
Hang on, it's gonna get better though. Let's see what this does.
It has weapon finesse. Shouldn't it be using a dex?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's
Or
set up-
club.
it's set up for club, and it says +1. I agree though. Why would it not? I mean, clubs are strength, but why would it not use something? Oh, so no, that's just what's on here. As long as club this first go around, we can discuss what it does next.
Okay. That's fine. Oh, it's Osmir's turn. Osmir's going to just walk up.
Leprechaun magic.
The duration of the created item varies with the relative hardness and rarity and indicating the form.
You look at create, yeah.
Oh, I didn't cast Acid Maw. That's what I was supposed to do. That's okay. Orange, Osmir. A 19 plus 9 to hit. So I'm gonna go with a 28.
Okay, you're attacking the ghoul.
Yeah, we moved up to this ghoul number 10. And a 28 hits. I'm barely. I'll roll my damage in here.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. That is the nicest thing. In fact, you have a D6 inspiration if you keep it up.
A D6 inspiration?
If only everybody rolling damage in the box got some inspirations, you know what I mean? In fact, you all do. Everybody else has been rolling the box the whole time.
Lame. I mean, that's great for the team.
I want fancy pants all to myself.
Yeah, that's just Osmir's turn. That's all Osmir does.
That's right, you move right there.
Oh, actually, that was a 30 to hit, by the way, because of coordinated shot.
Jeez.
I just wanted everyone to know that Osmir rolled a 30.
Alright, Eldrick. One runs right past you, and now you're flanked. It could not attack, but it used all of its movement to get over to the other side of you.
Yeah, I guess I'll use Cleave then.
Do they have to be right next to each other, or just within your
He's
reach?
got Mythic. He can.
Yeah, Mythic I can do at least one without having a Mythic point. That's not adjacent.
Oh.
So, Cleave it is.
I do need a fortitude save, though.
Okay.
Also.
I gotta go.
Oh, yeah, you're
28.
in good shape. You're doing the
Yeah.
hard work.
With my combat, my fortitude saves are actually somewhat decent.
I know, that's like your best roll. Plus 10.
Alright, so I'm gonna go with the attack the white first, the brute. And we'll take a swing at this guy and see how it goes. Oh, that's big.
Nice.
Oh, confirmed.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt him pretty good here.
Dang.
Go ahead and chops his
Oh wow, that's really wasn't as good as I was hoping. It's a really kind of like one of the worst rolls I could have done, but
1-1-3.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
the worst.
anyways, he might just blow up. Is he gonna blow up?
We can't manage to confirm a single crit in 2 sessions, and then you crit and you roll ones.
What
That blows.
what's the DR or the CR for the hammer?
It's a +2 hammer. I have no idea.
No, the
what's
save.
The save is it?
The DC.
They have to be a how many hit dice?
I think it was
4 or 5.
I don't remember.
It's on the hammer. So let's go with the hammer.
Is it?
Yeah, in the description.
how many DC they have to be less than?
Yeah, CR.
Equal to or less than your caster level.
Which is 6.
6.
Yeah.
Alright, well, roll. It's a fortitude save, isn't it?
I think it said it was a will save.
It's a will save.
We'll save.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Alright. And now I'm gonna go ahead and swing on over to the Draugr.
What's up, Shouty Poo?
27 will hit. For 11 damage. And see if he
It's not nothing.
does he go poof too?
Oh yeah, I need to roll the save, don't I? He does not.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get them both. They're both still there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and after my swings, I'm gonna overrun the Draugr.
You're taking an attack of opportunity from the white.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So I'll roll a combat maneuver.
Misses.
I get +4 to the combat maneuver.
You beat him. So drop prone on him.
Cool. Where are the effects?
And Shane, I need a DC fortitude save as well.
Oh, that's bad. That's not next to that stinky guy.
El Stinky Dinko, yeah. You're fine.
20.
Anything else, Eldrick, or was that it?
No, that's it.
Okay. The Lacedon Ghoul is going to attack Vale. You knew this was coming. Triple attack.
They're all going up their veil. Miss.
Miss.
Got him with a bite.
The final bite hits him there. And he needs to roll. Takes 3 damage, and he needs to roll a fortitude save.
15.
He is paralyzed for 2 rounds.
That sucks.
And I need to roll another fortitude save.
That's weird, right?
Yeah. Make it weird.
Oh, come on. It should have been 19.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Wisp is going to short bow that one. So you guys are fighting with a critical 20 and a not confirmed damage with a quick 5-piece puts it down out of its misery. Silwyn.
Mr. Silwyn's going to cast his light. Let me see if I can target these guys. I'm going to target this guy, this guy, this guy. So I'm going to cast the lightning right in between 3 of them. Call lightning. What the heck? 2 moderates and a critical on those 3.
Oh, yeah.
Jogger. And that'll be my turn.
Yeah, I think so. So the brute here, we got 5, 10, 15, 20. He'll just come right here. He gonna slam, fail. Not like Phaetex foxes around here. 25. Takes some damage. And let me see, there's more to it then. So
He's already paralyzed. He's like laying there twitching, and you're just like beating the shit out of him while he's down. Take him. Terrible.
Shit. Let's see, I need a DC. Another fortitude save.
From Vale?
Yeah,
Jesus. He doesn't have any fortitude left.
I know. He failed every one of them.
Probably failed that one too. Vale's just laying on the ground oozing.
It's not great. But you passed the save for that one, so it worked out. That's the only one save you passed so far. Aquatic Lacedon Ghoul. Pop up here and attack this Leprechaun.
Exactly what I wanted.
Oh. 3 different ways. Let's see, we got hit, miss. So the bite, 1 bite and 1 claw.
Yeah, unless it's a cold iron bite or claw, it's not gonna matter too much.
He does need to roll a fortitude save. Took 1 damage from the claw. Needs a fortitude save. Am I doing it? Or you got it? I got it.
A fortitude save?
Yeah, I rolled it. He failed, which doesn't help him any either. Not that deep though. It would be nothing you would notice. It is his turn.
Sure, he's going to use color spray on this 15-foot cone to hit 3 of them because that one guy just moved right into space.
So this guy's hit this one, this one.
Hold on. I will target. What I'm doing it.
I targeted it for you.
Well, I've got the sheet open. Let me do it. It's fine. Oh, so
1.
2 hit die. How many hit die do they have?
It changes what happens to him depending on that.
Yep.
The Wraith is a.
Who did you target? There's no wraith.
Oh, sorry. The ghoul and the Dwugar. I targeted a Wraith, but it's invisible.
Neat. Well, then the wraith is the wrong thing. You needed to do 18, 19, and 10. So 10 needs to roll. And it failed too. How many hit die do they have?
Let me see. So 2 for the Draugr.
Okay.
And it's 1 for the ghouls. 5 for the
Okay, so boom. Unconscious, blinded, and stunned. The ghoul is also which one? 19 is also unconscious, blinded, and stunned.
And you did hit this guy too, even though you didn't see him yet.
Oh, cool. And he has how many hit die?
5.
So, and did he fail or no?
Didn't he
The
not?
wraith?
What
The
is
wraith
it?
has succeeded.
Oh, he succeeded. Okay. But the color spray will make him show up, so you'll see him now.
Oh, does it?
I mean, it made him not visible. So.
Only living. So I think will negate. So yeah, the 18 is still fine, and the wraith is still fine. Yeah, I don't think it is going to make that and become visible though. Doesn't say anything about that in here.
It's fine. It's more flavor. This leprechaun hit him with.
Okay. Okay. Well, the leprechaun did color spray and did some things that are very helpful. It won't let me check off that spell
Top of the
though.
burn into ya. Let's see. I'm gonna do. Leprechaun gets attack of opportunity on Drugger 10. 10 is gonna swing his great axe at Osmir on the way by.
The dumbest build to give this thing a fucking club.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's shillelagh, but I don't know why.
It's a shillelagh.
It's a shillelagh, but since he's got weapon finesse, so why wouldn't you give it a dagger?
50% mischance on him. On Osmir?
On what?
It says attack great axe at Osmir, hit, mischance 50%.
Because he's unconscious, blinded, and stunned. He couldn't move. He's
Oh.
unconscious.
I forgot to look at his effects. I just told myself, look at their effects before you go. Alright, so he's doing great. Is that stuff would that affect, let's see, immune, non-lethal, bludgeoning, can't be paralyzed, slept, or stunned.
Okay, well, he's unconscious.
Same as Veil.
Also immune, unconscious, blinded, and stunned.
You're full of shit.
Oh no, that's your spell. That's your spell on there.
You're so full of it.
No, it was the last part of it was where you put that on there. What's up, Shayla? Let's see. So we've got this guy here. Come there, and then Veil.
Veil's
Is there a
paralyzed
save?
and
Yeah, he gets to do his DC Fortitude save.
so.
What's up, Shotty Poo? Welcome back, Shayla. Good to see you.
All right, Fortitude save for Veil. 20.
Hey.
Oh, no longer paralyzed.
Yay.
But your turn's wasted, so that was good. Here we go. Brute.
That was fun.
Yeah.
She shook her head.
Hey,
real
that
quick. I was
removes-
Like, fuck.
That makes it. She actually gets to be like have her AC back.
Mm-hmm.
A swing on old Timmy boy. There, Eldrick gets Mrs. Eldrick. Got a Dragor on the other side of the ocean there. We got another Ghoulie McGooler. He's gonna run up. Oh, can he? Let's see. He is unconscious, blinded, and stunned.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, so he's unconscious. Way to ruin my game. Elwyn, you're up.
Yeah, you're welcome. Elwyn's gonna go after. Oh shit, this guy's right on her, so she's kind of gotta do this. Does she though?
Tactical step,
I don't
maybe.
think she does. Oh, let's see if we can't just. Well, that wraith just showed up. Let's get the wraith.
Yeah, that's where my next lightning bolt's going.
Tactical step underneath.
Yeah, tactical step underneath this tree. And actually, I lied about the wraith. I think that the smart thing to do is cast Acid Maw on Osmir.
Okay.
Because Osmir does more damage than my bow does.
That's smart.
So, my turn is this. Sick 'em!
And he says, "Row, row, 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 row," and he's ready to sick. Send forth, my furry friend, you trash panda. Go forward. What's his new title?
Whisper Fang of the Veiled Path.
Yes. You love it, right?
Yes, we do. Almost as much as Hunters of the Silent Echoes.
That's pretty good too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think all of your guys' names turned out alright. It took a while for me to churn those out because I had to go through a bunch.
Can we see our titles on our like?
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't see that it was Osmir.
I don't know what mine was.
I didn't mean to skip his turn. It's still Osmir's turn. Osmir is going to.
Sick 'em.
Whoa.
Basically,
Sick 'em.
That's one of the mythic tricks she taught it.
Was sick him.
Sick 'em.
Mm-hmm.
Vamos.
He's actually just gonna go straight down here and get the Draugr.
Nice.
Does a 16 hit?
Hang on. Oh, that's why. That stupid unlock feature drives me nuts. I put it on your notes tab, Shane. Mistbinder of the Shifting Grove. And we're trying to do what? 15 to hit.
The six, yeah, does a 16 hit?
At the Draugr.
The Draugr, yeah.
His armor class actually is 14. So
Hey!
yes, it does.
We love to see it. All right, 19 damage to that dude, and he's gonna take a little effect that I like to call residual damage.
Yay.
I just call that
All right.
digital damage.
And he's
Did
gonna
you
take
do-
another 4 right there. That should have killed him. I'm so mad it didn't. He's got like 2 hit points left. Oh no, he doesn't. He's got more than that.
Where's Draugr 8 at? Why don't I see him?
It's the one that Osmir just
the
hit.
bottom.
Oh, okay. So okay. It's the thingy's not showing up on him, but I'm gonna hit Osmir real quick.
That's alright. You're probably not gonna hit him.
I actually,
Missed.
100% missed.
Yeah, he's got a higher AC than this is giving him because of a lot of stuff. So he's hard to hit, man.
Non-confirmed crit on Selwyn,
Ah.
and I need you and Eldrick both to roll fortitude saves. Actually, no, Eldrick's doing his turn, but you have to do yours, Shane, because he did hit you for 10.
Yeah.
He hit Selwyn
Fortitude
for 10.
save. Haha. Ouch.
Bummer.
Not good for you. You're nauseated.
Ugh.
Basically.
What does that cause me to do to?
Disadvantages.
It's not good.
Oh shit.
In D&D it's disadvantage, but I don't know what it means in Pathfinder. It just means negatives. That's about to suck.
The wraith just came out of the water. How does it get another turn already? Damn.
He went around that pillar.
Yeah, he did. He was invisible until my leprechaun hit the color spray, and then
Oh.
he came around.
18 hits, touch attack hits Selwyn.
What? Oh, that must be because I have disadvantages or something? My
No,
AC.
touch is a lower
Oh,
AC.
touch. Oh yeah, my touch AC is lower.
Take 11 damage and
Nice. Roll another
Some
fortitude
con
save.
damage.
yeah, I think you just get the con damage. Let me look. Oh no, it's a fortitude save.
So I gotta roll a fortitude save. I have not. Oh, there we go. I at least saved that.
Hey, you saved. Teach that to
Jeez.
Timmy. Eldrick.
All right, we're gonna go with another cleave here.
Yeah, cleave these sons of bitches.
Let's start with right on the left here.
You know, do it.
Just
Oh,
about anything should hit him.
What's my DC?
critical. Nice, 16
I don't-
damage.
Is it 16?
6 hit die. 14, I think.
Yeah, 14. Alright, so he did not die.
All right, next onto the Draugr.
Nice.
32 is gonna hit,
That's
He did
it.
not explode for your thing, but
but he's dead
He did.
anyways.
you did manage to splat him anyway.
Nice.
So this guy, the Wraith,
Nice. 31.
31's gonna hit.
Not a
Hit him
beast.
hard. Oh,
What? How's he resisting?
Bludgeoning? The Wraith?
Remember, it's incorporeal.
Yeah, so it takes less damage. Those are the ones that did your con
Whoa,
drain.
those are so annoying.
Yeah, those are the ones that did your con drain too,
No.
so those are real bad. Are you done?
Exactly. They can't drain me. Or no, I saved.
No, you saved.
I'm gonna try to overrun the wraith.
Over on that beach.
Let's see.
There's two rays. There's one across the lake too.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna overrun this one just to try and get him prone.
Get him.
And it's what save is it? Oh, it's my CD. It's my CB. It's the
Yeah, I gotta do my. Oh wait, one second.
Yeah, you roll your CB.
I'll swear. CMB 28.
He's over ramped.
Nice.
I'll throw prone on him.
Okay, thank you. And is that your turn?
That's it.
Beautiful.
Wisp is going to. He'll probably just shoot that one that Osmir's been messing with. See if he can take it out of its misery. He missed. Sylvan
All right.
Thornvale of the Vale. The Thornvale.
Since I just saw him knock that dude prone, I'm gonna go ahead and target these three. I think I can hit those three with one lightning bolt.
How? Doesn't it have to arc in a line?
No, it's a radius,
Oh. But
and it's 5 foot. If I cast it like right in between those three, it'll hit all three.
yeah, like right here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna target all three of those. I'm gonna do my call lightning. And they all failed. Cool. And I'm gonna throw my hit points on them.
They're not
Do some
D10s, right?
damage.
They're not in the water.
They just came out of the water.
Oh, like
They're still
the fact that
moist.
They're moist.
Yep.
Love that for you. 'Cause
Ew.
I just smoked 2 of them.
Any kind of beneficial environment. Like it basically is if there's like slightly higher humidity in the air, they get 3d10s. It just can't in a desert they'd get 3d6s, you know, like if there's in a dry climate it gets less damage.
Yeah, that's good for us. It's real wet around here right now, so
Yes. And I am going to take my quick 5 and step over here, and that'll end my turn.
tactical 5.
My tactical 5 and step away from the fighting, and yeah, that'll end my turn.
Alright, means the brute white is up. Have you moved there? The brute white's gonna sidle on over here. 5 foot step into there. And he's gonna do it just in time to slam Sylvan. Looks like a 20 is gonna miss. Hate you. The leprechaun.
Oh no!
The leprechaun's gonna take a 5 foot toward, like, diagonally towards the wraith and uses color spray again on wraith 23 and white brute 24. So that
Ooh. Immune. This raid is immune.
and that. It's alright. He's kin and fodder at least. He's gonna step right up next to the wraith. Or underneath Eldrick. I can't move him. Nope. Right underneath Eldrick. There you go.
There, kitty. Your fucking cat looks like Garfield, but black.
Mine?
Yeah, like it's like staring at me right now. Like,
You probably want to pet him.
oh, I've been petting him the entire time. What are you talking about? God, I don't like that thing. Whatever that fucking thing is. Ow! Don't bite me! Son of a bitch bit me!
Good.
That's what cats do, bro.
It just jumped onto my leg and bit me.
4 slamming.
That's what cats do, bro.
Let's see, we've got. This is gonna suck, Tim.
Tim, don't die again.
Yeah, this is gonna suck.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that we can bring you back a second time.
I don't think we can.
Why is this elemental coming after me when all these little undeads are around?
Because you're on the
sword.
You're on the shore.
They have literally been chilling on the shore this whole time.
But yeah,
They're on the same
undead. They've been in its water this whole time. They literally live here. You're the only intruder on the shore.
Ooh, 32 damage.
You get pummeled with this watery things, and here's the worst part. You are grappled.
Oh no. What's that mean?
It means that the water elemental grabs you up and is about to
And he's gonna drag him into the fucking water.
The Drugar 10. He will sidle on over here, and he's pretty good with this great axe, so he's gonna swing it at Sylvan.
And he's gonna miss.
And he misses. Your armor class is ungodly, that's all I know.
Well, he also has that thing where he has like a mischance of 50% because he's whatever.
Because he's unconscious.
Because he's that would be a good reason why he's missing.
There you go, he's back sleeping. Veil.
He's just sleepwalking and hitting me.
He's real
He's
mad.
fucking unconscious.
Keeps swinging on Selvin and missing because of that huge mischance due to being passed out. Son of a bitch.
Oops.
It's difficult, right? This is it.
Die?
That's alright. It looks like you're, I need to summon another fire giant. It's not gonna do well against the water, though. Is that why you did this?
It might steam cloud at least. I mean, I just did this. It's not my fault you guys decided to do it. You guys could have been like, nah, we're not going after no more stones, you know?
And that would be the end of the campaign, and we would have just gone home.
Right? So what's
Like, no, we're calling it a day. We're going home.
what's
Bye.
your dog doing?
Vale is actually up, isn't she? Vale is actually. Why isn't Vale able to like claw and bite at the same time? That's not fair.
Cause she's just a little guy.
She's a little guy.
Shim's just a
Well, she grew sizes. She grew 3 sizes that day. I'm gonna take this one. And I missed with a 20? Damn, alright. Well, I guess that's the end of her turn.
Take that 5 foot.
Let me step back here. Yeah.
still within range.
She
of
real
both.
flanked.
That's fine. Yeah, not flanked. That's the thing.
Oh, I should have gone this way, yeah. I'm sorry.
She was fine where she was at.
White rolls up on Elwyn and misses. Druger 14. He'll stay where he is.
Elwyn. Elwyn is going to... Oh gosh. Move right there.
Move that flank spot. I see you.
Haha.
Smart.
Cheating that system.
Oh, it's not even what I wanted to do. It's alright, I'm doing it. Gonna cast Gravity Bow as part of my attack.
As one does.
I think it's as part of my attack. Gravity Bow. That's not real. Takes a standard action, so I'm actually gonna just move that extra 5 and I'm going to apply Gravity Bow to myself. That was my turn.
Ozzy.
Ozzy's moving in. To position. Osmir has a thing called Pack Tactics. So on top of getting a +2 for coordinated shot for being flanking with Aelwyn, he also gets a +2 for flanking with Aelwyn from Pack Tactics and an extra d6 damage.
Well, he goes right for the
So,
leg. He's going for them tender bits.
oh no, you didn't move me.
I did.
Okay. Yeah, it was weird. I jumped back.
Take-
So that is a +4. So I'm at a +13 for Osmir right now.
That's a step in the right direction. I mean, try hitting the water.
Yeah, a 13 + 8 is 21 to hit.
Eldrick's in trouble. The water elemental's got him gripped good. Poor Timmy, like, I feel like he gets the brunt of it so often.
Always.
Well,
Does a 21
He's
hit
the
the white?
tank. He's the tank. That's what he's
Does
supposed to
one
do,
hit
right?
the white? Yes.
Yeah. Perfect.
Can tankers, in fact.
Dude, so much damage.
Nice.
I love
Goes
that.
in full trash pandas, the white.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just
Fully, he's just foaming at the mouth. Looks rabid, and if you didn't know what was going on, you would fully believe he was rabid. Just full, like, green foam, just coming out of his mouth as he, like, hisses and growls at this thing and just tears into it
That's a
and
lot of
takes it down
damage.
to the ground.
It's a lot of
That, yeah, he didn't even get to do his residual. So,
just like foam
With
flipping
flanking?
everywhere.
when he's flanking with me, he does 3d6 damage now, which
Damn.
is wild.
He's our rogue. So
Yeah, he's the man.
That's
And
pretty
that is unfortunately all he can do this round.
cool. You killed
just
somebody.
kill
That's
that
all that
guy.
matters.
I know, I was downplaying it. 1 damage. We needed to do more than 1.
she did something.
Yeah.
Tim, check your message. Alright, Jogger 8. Why is it just the crown right now? Why isn't it? Yeah, there's the whole thing. Why is it there? Okay, that's weird. He'll just attack Vale since Vale's right here. 20 hits.
Son of a beach.
Son of a bitch.
Only 6 damage.
Nice.
Wraith 23.
Vale laughs it off. Oh yes, that was nothing but a scratch.
Oh god.
Ugh,
I set this
there's
up.
2 of you now.
I know. Eldrick, you are grappled.
Alright, what do I do to be ungrappled?
I believe it is.
Punch him in the
Combat
face.
maneuver defense.
Or,
Yeah?
What?
I think you have to roll your combat maneuver against my combat defense, or vice versa. I have to roll against yours to keep you.
CMD against the thing CMB.
So I get to roll my CMB against him to see if he stays.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy.
I believe so.
I mean, you're totally grappled. It's the water has. There's either, unless you roll a nat 20, you can't get out of this. You just got to kill it.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically when I looked at it because it said plus 28. Huge outsider. Let's see.
What the?
I'm looking just to make sure of anything I missed. It's pretty bad. Let's see. Push away, swallow whole. This thing's gnarly. Yeah, I mean, you can attack while grappled, though. You just attack while in it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to attack this thing.
Oh, you want to.
Oh,
We don't think we have a choice.
Great. Okay.
You could try asking nicely.
Yeah.
Well, it's giving you a hug. Thanks for the big hug.
It
Connor.
asked. I mean, it worked for us once.
Yeah. Fine. It chose violence.
It chose violence. Well,
I'll try diplomacy later.
yeah,
Inside two misses.
I'm pretty good with
Okay.
trickery.
You swing on it. It releases you. You
Okay.
Oh, why is it gone again?
can
Son
move.
of a bitch.
You can move.
But you're in the water. You're like up to your
Okay.
thighs
I'm
in the
gonna
water.
get the F out of the water then. Like this wraith.
Get away from the water's edge.
You
Alright.
can have another attack still too, but you moved in attack. You can't break it up.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, I can't break it up.
Right.
Not
You
suck.
can't break
Oh,
it up like D&D.
But you got away from the thing that was gonna drown you pretty quickly, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's how it matters.
Screw that thing.
Wisp will jump forward with his double attack, dagger horn style, drops his bow. Hits with the first, misses with the second. Oh, is it gonna be enough? Might be enough. It was enough! Heck yeah.
He only had like 6 hit points
Yeah,
left.
he smoked him.
He was hurt.
Sylvan.
1 second. Sorry, I gotta play him out. Hold on. I am going to let's see. I'm going to cast Summon Nature's Ally, and I'm going to summon a giant crab in the water, just like right offshore where he just got picked up and let loose. So where the thing disappeared, I want to summon a giant crab. And then I'm going to use is it a surge point, a mythic point to get the turn. And then I'm going to cast in between these two, I want to cast the lightning to hit both of them.
So you summon a giant crab and then you cast lightning?
Yeah, because I use the surge point to get the mythic power to get that extra turn.
Technically, it's the other way around because it takes.
All right,
So
well
long
then I
to
use my
summon
magic,
something,
and
but
then I'm
yes.
going to
What kind of crab is it?
a giant crab.
Giant.
That's what it says, giant
So it's
crab.
Giant?
Giant crab.
You just get one?
Yeah, one giant crab. I was trying to figure out whether to do that or a water elemental. I chose giant crab because it's amphibious and can go on water and land.
Because it's shiny!
I love that song. Moana's great. So let's go ahead and we'll call lightning on these two. And they both failed. And then we will cast our lightning on this. And one's critical and one's dead.
7.
That's nice. 3 7s. That's slick.
I'll take it.
Triple 7s.
Finish him!
Can you bring my crab out?
He's right there.
Pounce.
He doesn't get to act until next turn.
I wanted him in the water. Like where, yeah, like.
Where Eldrick was and just got released,
Yeah.
he wants him right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Group.
So he can like maybe sense, yeah, if there's any kind of motion.
23! Hits Sylvan. Hits him
You
for
suck.
a quick 10 damage, and I need a fortitude save, Sylvan.
I bet you do. Where'd my someone page go?
Concentration check, probably.
You said fortitude save? What a
If he
fortitude
slams you
save.
with his undead fists. And in doing so,
Oh, nat 20 fortitude save. Woo!
nothing. Leprechaun.
What?
And in doing so, nothing.
I get slammed into a backflip, land on my feet. I'm like, yeah, what now?
Honestly, not a ton I can do any other than that color spray, and I don't feel like color spraying Eldrick, so I'm just gonna shillelagh. Which hits. That's something.
Where'd my crab go?
What? Why did that? I didn't want it to do damage again. There.
There it is.
I wanted to that. I didn't want to hit. I wanted to do damage. 7. Neato, gang.
Alright, 7 damage. Water elemental. moving
No,
around.
3 damage because it was, you know.
The crab gets an attack opportunity on the ghoul.
Yep, I'm gonna do the full attack. Can you do the full attack? Because that has grapple added to it.
Oh,
can't do it from
attack of opportunity is just like a single, like a clip, like a
Oh,
claw.
okay. Well, then we'll just do the 1 claw. I don't know how to do it. You can do it from yours, right?
Well, that
Oh, no.
sheet that he gave you, you should be able to.
Oh, just drag. Okay, that's
Missed.
the same as. Okay, I gotcha.
It missed. It's gonna do a giant move here on Tim. See, scratch, bite. Miss.
Miss.
You just this thing just leaps at you and you like turn just in time and it basically tries to bite and scratch you and it's got its head, its mouth on part of the shield and its claws on either side of your shield and you're just like shaking your shield. It's clutching on it. Veil.
Vale is going to attack this. This was it right? Sprute. Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, and he hit,
Oh my.
And only for 2 hit points.
All right. That's it.
2 hit points. 2 hit
Okay.
points. 2 hit points.
Actually, that's 10 feet. I can't flank him now. All right, we're good.
Elwyn. That Dragor moves across the stream and it's your turn.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to kill this brute. Number 9. So I get, what am I at? Osmir, I think I just get a +1, but I am at, that's a +11 total. Oh wait, plus my point blank shot, because I can get close, I'm close enough, so that's actually a 28.
I mean, it hits.
I mean, I know.
It doesn't always
Um,
hit. The water elemental has another story in mind.
Yeah, but let's be real. Okay, and then that. Bummer. It's okay. 11 damage. He dead. Just enough, man. That's what we wanted.
Okay, and that's you and Osmir.
Yeah, Osmir's gonna run up to the white.
All white.
Wraith, sorry.
Don't gotta be racist.
All wraith.
Mm-hmm. And that was a 10-foot. That's not bounding. It's gotta be 20 for the bounding, doesn't it?
I believe so.
So much movement. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's still gonna be a +10 to hit. 19 to hit the wraith.
Miss. Oh no, hit. Sorry, I was thinking
Thank
of
you.
the white, but no, it hits the wraith.
Okay. Max damage on the 2 dice. Gosh, 8 resisted down to 20, so it's acid damage doesn't matter to a wraith apparently. That's fine. But nothing. That's it.
But nothing.
Huh.
I love a good but nothing.
That's it.
100 people came by today so far.
Hey.
All right.
Your daughter's here.
I know.
I just waved at her.
Congratulations. Oh,
Yeah. Ow.
she's on my shit list.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. She's not. She could never.
Hold on.
We'll do when there's nobody in front of you with lights on. Yeah, no, you're good. We'll talk. I'm almost done. We're about a half hour out. Love you. Clown around. Yeah, oh yeah, she had her first accident.
Already? Damn, girl.
Oh yeah, missed your turn and turned into a sign. Ripped the bumper in half. Messed with the light assembly. I mean,
That's not too bad. I told my first car like 17.
Yeah, she's not even 17 yet. But I mean, it's fine. And Tim, everyone said the same thing. Like, yep, I had an accident, blah 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 blah, and it was always like pretty early on too. Like I've wrapped more cars around poles than people have driven at certain points, so it's fine.
My first accident was when I was in the military, so it wasn't even my fault.
First accident was joining the military. Is that what you said?
And I was in the military. I was actually skipping PT to go to watch Highlander, and some guy ran a red light and T-boned me. But yeah, that's my story of my first accident.
There can be only one, and luckily you came out alive.
Yeah, you came out on top, apparently.
I am Shane McLeod of the Clan McLeod.
It was pretty great.
That's too funny. All right, cool. Giant crab. I'm sorry. Did he do anything? I got distracted by a whole litany of things.
Does Mr. Crab sense anything in the water? Like your little can he notice your water elemental? Can I do like a perception check to see if he notices your water elemental or your whatever that water thing was in the water?
He's not familiar though. He's just a summoned creature. So even if he did notice anything, he's not gonna be like, "Hey guy, I got."
No, but like he can attack it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he can sense the thing in the water, that's why I summoned him in the water, was so that he could go after because he has a grapple ability that I want to be able to. Oh, okay. Well then, shit.
I got you though.
Missed.
23. The Wraith, Incorporeal Touch, coming for 5-foot step. Hit Sylvan with it. Misses.
And you missed Sylvan with it.
Wraith is going to come across.
Do you notice how he kills your fox all the time and went out of his way to not attack Osmir?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Eldrick.
Alright, so we're gonna take a swipe at these guys. Alright, we'll start with the ghoul. And we're gonna cleave, of course. So ghoul 25 is gonna hit. 12 damage. See if he goes poof. And now I'll roll on the jogger.
Nope.
22 is gonna hit.
He's still there too.
13 damage. Jeez. Okay, well.
My saves have been pretty good. What's up, Lakota? Welcome.
So, if I wanted to put away my shield and hammer and pull out my longsword, or my greatsword, what's the?
You could put your sword away.
Is that an action?
You could put your sword away now, and then next
a hammer,
turn you could put your shield away, and then you could pull your greatsword out that same turn, but that'd be it.
I wouldn't have any actions that turn.
No, or you could drop your. You could
Yeah.
what you have and pull your sword now. I think in the same.
That's fine. I'm gonna hold off
pull
then.
the sword beginning of next turn, but you could drop the 2 items. I'd say that's fair.
Yeah, I'll hold off. I'll still
I
keep
mean,
my
the
hammer out.
disruptor has a chance to take them out every single time. Thank you for the likes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't do all the damage, right? So you're like, eh.
Yeah. Doesn't do nearly as much damage, especially if I use Vital Strike.
Right.
But yeah.
And Wisp. I assume. Unless, is there any mythic point to do another round?
Nah.
Alright. Wisp will bound up here and horn and dagger this dude. Hopefully he hits him. That one and a Oh, he does actually hit him with his horns, but he hits him kind of off to the side of it and is dazed for a round.
He's like, "Ow!"
Yeah, like he banged his horns against it, but it has brained himself a little bit too much there. Silwyn.
Mr. Silwyn is going to go ahead and
Which
cast his lightning bolts.
Pretty
on
funny
these
to watch
three.
this little, like, maybe 10-year-old boy headbutting whites. Like, against their armor and stuff. Like, he doesn't look like a satyr. He looks like a little 10-year-old boy or something. Sheesh. Success, failure, success, failure.
There we go.
Someone took some
Critical,
damage, someone-
light, moderate. One took 14. Oh, no. One took 9. Half 9. One took 19. Alright, that'll be it.
Alright, got a brute here. He's going to slam. Fail. Just kidding. He'll slam you. Shame. Silwyn takes a slam.
Mr. Silwyn.
21
And he
misses.
missed.
How
Oh,
many suits of armor do you have on? That's crazy.
I don't have. I don't have any suits of armor on.
Leprechaun? Alright, Leprechaun's gonna take
It
a.
says my AC is 20. Why did it miss?
Because you have effects on him from something else.
Yeah, it was Barkskin.
Oh, yeah, my bark skin?
Which shouldn't be on still because you casted it in today.
No, but bark skin's not on, though. It doesn't say
It's on
does it?
right here. AC 3.
You might want to take that off. That would have hit. I haven't casted it today.
Casted indeed. So let's see. That would be the white hit you. Bet. Roll a fortitude save too.
For Silwyn.
Fit a cheat. You know what I'm saying?
No, I saved that one.
Okay.
That's
Leprechaun's
heavy
gonna
damage,
move
though.
5 feet forward.
Leprechaun 5 feet
Up
forward.
to Draugr 14. Sorry, up to 14. Mm-hmm. And he's gonna use his last color spray on these guys.
Top of the morning to you. Hold on, let me.
It's fine. I'm just gonna drag them one at a time.
Oh, we've got more to drag.
The Draugur's immune? The Draugur's immune?
It said save success. It doesn't show anything in here. Immune, what are you trying to be? He's immune to some of this stuff. Yeah, he's immune to. He's got undead traits, so he can't, like. Immune for undead traits. So undead traits. Immune to death effects, disease, mind affecting like charms, compulsions, phantasm patterns, paralysis, poison, sleep, stun, and any effect that requires a fortitude save, unless the effect also works on objects.
Oh, well then, that shouldn't have worked the first time either.
Oh well.
Um,
All con saves. I didn't know it was all con saves. That's cool.
well, it's a will save anyway, but... well, that was a waste of a turn that I didn't really realize was happening.
It worked the first
Sorry.
time. Swing with your club or something?
Yeah, can you throw it at me again? I accidentally closed it.
Here, I'll just swing with the guard. I'll throw it. Let's go. He hits.
For 0 damage. Oh, looking at me. Rolled a 6.
And then we have this.
Thank you.
This big stinking thing is going to. He's going to. You see him move through the water a bunch, so he's creating ripples, and undead just starts pouring up. You see. You've already seen a couple of them start to appear where the color spraying happened, but more undead just start to rise up from the depths below, scratching their way to the surface, smelling the living flesh from above. Eight have to jump through his buddies here. He's gonna go straight for Veil. Just kidding. Great sword, great axe from the leprechaun. 24 to hit. 14 damage. He's to moderate damage. And then we have Raugar 3 is going to flank Himothy over here. What's your armor class right now? Never mind. I missed. Raugar 32.
That's 24.
Yeah, it's way worse than what you have. He's going to get to there but can't do any action. Ace Ghoul is going to do 3 attacks. He's still on your shield. He's going to try to claw and scratch you around it. Miss. Hits with a 22. Let's go. Claw. Roll a fortitude save to me. You're good?
24.
You're doing great. Veil.
Vale is just going to keep on trying to fight this one in front of him. And he missed. All right, that's his turn.
Ghoul 32. Just out of range, but he gets to there. Let's see. Yeah, he'll just attack the leprechaun. Since you brought him aboard, 10 misses the leprechaun. Elwyn.
Yeah, I'm going to. Look, Ellen's gonna do a little bit of a Hail Mary. This feels. Gosh, this just feels like we're not getting anywhere and doing nothing about the. Need one divine spell. It just feels like we're not getting anywhere. So I'm going to do a Hail Mary and just create water and offer, make an offering to the water elemental. I'm sure that this is not going to have the same effect as it did in the Feywild, but
Oh yeah, because you
if
did
I don't
offer the
try,
thing. Now, granted, it is just kind of in the water somewhere, but you're going to create water and offer it?
yeah, I am. I'm gonna shout above the, like at the top of my breath, I'm going to shout to the water elemental, great water elemental, we make this offering to you so that we may see, as we seek passage to the other side. And I shout it real loud.
Real. So everybody can hear.
And you're being honest, right?
100%. I just can't think of anything else, and we're clearly going to get overwhelmed. This isn't it. And it worked before, and maybe it doesn't work, but it's all I can think, and I just keep seeing more things popping out of the water, and it just feels like maybe it's worth it.
Okay, I gotta go for 3 rolls. I want diplomacy, handle animal, and I want knowledge nature. I need all 3 of them to be decent too. So 2 of them you have decent rolls on. 1 of them you're not so great at. But
Okay. Blue is diplomacy, orange is handle animal, and then the small one is the nature that you wanted. Ooh, a nat 20 on that handle animal, though. The other 2 are not so great. The knowledge nature is a 17, and the diplomacy is only a 10. But I can surge. Actually, I have an inspiration I can add to that.
yeah, inspirations do stack with mythic points too, so you can.
Okay, so it's actually a 15 for diplomacy. Do I need to use a surge?
Are you done?
I think I can choose to surge after.
Finding out.
Can't I? Yeah, I think so. Can't I?
If you want any type of not failure, you're gonna. So you have a 15, a 17, and a what? 20 something?
It was a nat 20.
So 30.
It was over a 30.
No,
My
'cause
handle
you have
animal is
knowledge,
10. So
knowledge, you have knowledge
yeah,
nature plus
so
10, it's
handle
20.
animal was a 30. It was a nat 20.
Yep, so
My
it's
knowledge nature was a 17, and so far my diplomacy is a 15.
Yeah, 2 of your rolls are still under.
2 of them?
Yeah, you're trying to.
For casting a spell? I already spent a mythic point to cast the damn spell.
You're trying to circumvent an entire scene.
Yeah,
need them
I know
all
what
to
the
be
fuck I'm
harder
doing.
than
I got a nat
15.
20!
You handled the
And a
shit.
nat 20,
This
you're
animal
not
is
giving
handled.
me anything!
The animal is handled.
You handled this animal very well. I will say, that being said, criticals are only for combat, technically. I'm not using that. I prefer to reward those things.
Fuck that. That's a garbage rule and you know it.
I agree with that.
I got a 20 for my diplomacy and a 20 for my other. They're all 20. It's 20, 20, and 30.
Alright. Nothing happened.
Now gimme. Fuck you. Fuck you, nothing happens. Spend 3 points of mythic power for that. You better give me something. Don't make me spend it if I'm not gonna get shit.
Could you imagine the hell I would get rained upon me if I was being serious? Like
You'd
we
never
got a taste,
recover.
we got a taste of like how you feel, but like if I for real wasn't about to do something about it, like you would have lost your mind. I'm dying. I'm laughing hard. I'm not laughing real hard, but I am laughing internally. I'm laughing pretty hard because this shit's pretty funny. All right, so you handle animal like you're pretty sure you do a great job with handling an animal that you don't see or speak to or know how to talk to. But you did a good job of handling that animal that you don't see or know or talk to, and then calling upon the mythic forces of nature that have been bestowed upon you in Omara Forest, which you are just currently now at the edge of. You summon forth all of your inner grit, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
You missed it, Shane. I said that and she lost her shit, and I full circled and said it again, and this time she accepted it. But it's not done. It just nothing happens. Right.
Nothing happens. I don't see anything happen. Fine. Osmer's gonna attack this wraith. It's a plus 2? Plus 11? Are we 11? No, he doesn't get point blank. He just gets coordinated. So it is a plus 10. So 23 hits the wraith.
You have the most math of anyone playing ever.
Well, because my bonuses can't all be like programmed in. It's fucking stupid.
It's
There's
like
no like.
Point blank shot.
It's all dependent on how close we are to each other.
Tactics. Yeah.
Right, but it's all dependent on how close we are to each other, so there's no way to program it, because if I get more than 30 feet away and it's still on there, it's just... Yeah, I had to do a bunch of fucking math. It is.
I saw that for you.
Yep, me too.
I know you do.
6 damage.
Okay.
That hurts a lot. I mean, it just really hurts.
The 6 damage?
It should be more.
Oh, let's see.
I mean, 2d6 plus a d4, 6 damage.
This ghoul charges. And misses on Wisp. This ghoul charges, I can't really get anywhere near anybody. Let's go this way. And this one, he's got a great axe, so I need a 22 to hit. Hits with the great axe. And roll against nausea as well from the stench. Take 6 damage, Eldrick, and then you have a fortitude save for nausea. All these fortitude saves tonight. You're super good at that.
Yep.
About time.
Grand size Krabby Sigh.
Mr. Krabby is going to go ahead and can he move up behind the ghoul number 4 and attack him with his grapple claws. Let's see. I need you to move him. Yeah, there we go. And then I will
Okay
do
there, Shane.
I will do the grapple clauses on him.
You missed.
Yeah.
Worth the shot. But you did good.
I got a 1 and a 9. That was so stupid.
Wraith 23.
Hey, wait, does a 15 hit?
Does 15 hit what?
The ghoul. He's flanking.
Oh, yeah. A 15 does hit.
Oh. Well, then
See?
there's one.
Math, motherfucker.
Then, so
I'm
there's
here
one.
for it. I like your math.
So it's just 1 claw
Yeah.
on the ghoul. Plus he's grabbed. Plus he's grappled. Damage 6. Ooh. Plus this is plus grab.
Yep.
So I don't know what that means. So he's grappled.
I mean, it means he grabs him.
Yeah.
Grab
So
him.
he's basically grappled. Yeah. I don't know how to add that stat or that effect to
Womp, womp, womp.
that ghoul.
What is today's date? The 1st? Or no, wait, it's tomorrow's. It's 1st.
No, it's the 30th.
30th.
No, tomorrow's the 31st.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that's...
April Fool's Day.
Tuesday is Fool's Day.
All right, it's your Mr. Wraith's turn. I think.
Alright, the Wraith at 23. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to attack.
It's actually an 18 to hit.
I rolled a 5, so never mind.
Perfect.
Wraith will incorporeally pass over everybody right to here. And he's going to attack the Osmir.
It's actually an 18 to hit.
21. I need a Constitution save, a Fortitude save, if you will.
17.
I think. No, I think that's just enough. Yeah, you just passed. Son of
Love that.
biscuit. Eldrick.
Alright, I think you know what's happening here.
I
The hardest
it's
one to
time
hit,
for a
too.
little disruption. You're surrounded.
Yeah, let's do it too.
So is.
Alright, we're gonna start with our jogger on the left side here.
30, okay.
Yep. 32 is gonna hit.
Good grief.
Explosion, yes. Nice. Alright, now the ghoul.
Love to see it.
22 is gonna hit. 10 damage. Great. See if he survives.
Explosion!
Nice.
Love to
Yes.
see it.
Another ghoul. Oh, that one.
No!
It's not an automatic
Almost
miss.
a 19.
Does a 16 hit?
Why is it not automatic miss?
There's a. Let's see.
He's a
It's not. It's a. I think everyone has it. It's always a chance. You don't automatically miss when you roll 1 on an attack roll. It's a tier 1 champion path ability. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, not everybody has it. But
Not everyone has
that is
that.
nice.
Yeah.
You have it.
Explosion!
So I still hit him. I didn't roll damage. It would have killed him anyways.
It will explode.
Alright, Draugr. Draugr now. 27 is a hit.
Explosion!
He's just okay.
Oh, I
Another
just rolled
explosion.
it already.
Oh, Draugr 3. Go. Oh,
Nat
critical!
20,
Nat
confirm,
20, yeah.
confirm,
No.
Do it!
confirm.
Yeah, critical hit.
This is gonna be big.
Well, better than one.
36 damage.
36 damage, damn.
You're done.
That's the one nice thing about the hammer is it does
Alright.
3 times damage on criticals.
This is insane. Everybody pay attention to this.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yep. Splat. So, Eldrick surrounded by undead, water-logged entities, swings his disrupting hammer, using his shield and his hammer to push them back, and literally take 5 of them out and turn them to soppy dust. So whereas the other creatures turn to dust, these turn to like sludge as you'd explode them. Just
They make that
splashes against
sound.
your boots. And you splurged on 5 of them. All 5 of them just splurged all over your boots. And were defeated.
Excellent.
Wisp is gonna... No, he's dead. He's dazed for a round. Silwyn.
Silwyn is going to use his last lightning bolt and see how the...
You are nauseated.
Yeah. Do I need to make a fortitude save for that? Or does that like do anything?
What's that?
I mean, what does that really do? All I'm really gonna do is cast lightning on the leprechaun in order to.
Creatures with a nauseated condition experience stomach distress. Nauseated creatures are unable to attack, cast spells, concentrate on spells, or do anything else requiring attention. The only action such a character can take is a single move action per turn.
How long does that last, though? So I made my fortitude save last time.
I think that that's never mind. I was going to say something different.
Oh, it's over after the round.
Okay, then I'm done then. So I can.
Were you nauseated ever though? You never took any effect of nausea.
That was like 6 rounds ago. That was
we never
at the
used
very
it.
beginning.
It's this time. But I'll take it off. Because you would have lost a round to it.
All right, so I'm not going to. So I'll just then end my turn then.
Yeah, that's
because
my fault.
that's going to.
I'll take the blame, but you're the one that's at fault.
That's how that works.
Yep. It was me.
That's how English works.
That was me, but you did it. However, your crab does get an attack of opportunity on the Draugr 15. You just rolled up on it.
Oh.
Hits!
Holy hit.
Yes!
See damage on 5 damage. And he grabbed him.
Yeah, and he's grappled. He took 5 damage. Ghoul 40. He's just gonna slide up to here. Leprechaun.
That leprechaun needs cleave.
Yeah, he's surrounded.
This leprechaun needs not -1 to damage.
That's fair too.
Yeah. He's just a wee little leprechaun now.
It's just a wee little leprechaun. Oh.
Oh, ouch.
That's okay. He's cannon fodder, and that's what I made him for.
Alright, it's the Elder Water Elemental's turn, so we'll pick up here next week and find out what happens on the banks of the shore of Saltfin, what once was a town.
Middle of initiative.
I know, we're on the Elder Water Elemental though, so it's
Garbage, Dane, garbage.
oh my god. I put a lot of time and effort into this to be called garbage, if you could not.
Well, the garbage is not for your preparation. The garbage is for the fact that you're ending in the middle of initiative.
I know, I'm sorry. I mean, I guess he could just hold his action. We can finish the round. He'll just hold his action until the top.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
I'm just gonna do it because now I'm mad at you. Great axe for Silwyn.
Tangs want to know when I already turned off my lights. I put my dice away. It's fine. No.
Alright, you got two more creatures coming here. Guess you use fancy grounds if you need to.
Dale's gonna take his 5 foot there. And let's go ahead and attack this little guy at the bottom here. Nope.
That one is a total miss. Automatic miss. I love that it rolls on the table, and every time it rolls, it just says the same thing. Automatic miss. It's a 6-sided table. I think there's like one that's not that. Draugr 14. He's got his great axe out. He's playing on this Leprocon. He is gonna miss. L1 and Osmir. She's like, I put stuff away. I don't know what I was gonna do now.
No, I know what I was gonna do. I mean, it's not that deep. I'm gonna get rid of this thing,
Yes. Nice.
but not with that damage.
Oof. That's a hit, though.
Yeah, so
Yes, it was.
it's dead.
There we go.
You killed it. Nice job.
I know.
Good job.
I know.
Osmosis
And then-
Jones.
Osmir's gonna attack this wraith and get 2 hit points in.
He mauled that last one. Come on, he can
I
do
know,
it.
but it's like his acid doesn't do anything, and he takes negative, like it's resistant, so none of it matters.
What did he hit?
I'm more mad than you. All of my energy drains did not go through yet. I tried to take levels from
only
you,
We
7
literally
damage.
don't have a way to heal that. Why are you so mad about that? That killed Tim.
They killed him.
but I'm not talking about the con damage. I'm talking about the level drain.
Yeah, worse.
Exactly. It's way worse.
I didn't say it was better.
We're
I
telling
just-
a story together, Dane. It turns out you're trying to kill us.
No, I'm trying to kill everyone. You just happen to be one of the ones in the way. Whole world
Us?
is up
I
for
feel like I
grabs
said
here.
us. Do we?
English-
I thought
What?
English was your first language.
I was gonna attack. Why you attack it for me?
Because we're done. It's 10. Sorry. I pushed it into the
You should have
notes.
done a full attack instead of a regular attack. Why do you do a?
Lol. Lol, lol, lol. He's so mad.
And you
He's
still
so
did a
mad,
regular
bro.
attack.
There's one more for fun.
Yeah, they're all gonna miss
He missed all 3.
with all 3 of his claws.
And now it's the Elder Water Elemental Mythic version. It is his turn, and we will pick up here on another exciting adventure of A World Forgotten.